switch the beer, now she's okay. Honey, get your head to clear. Switch the beer, switch the beer. You don't have to go to AA. Switch the beer, you'll be okay. Father McFeely said a sorry mass, 3 sheets to the wind at his church one day. Pinched an altar boy on the ass. Switch the beer, now he's okay. Yeah. Some tart broke my heart and set me free. So I drank straight gin for a year one day. Woke up in a rehab facility. Switch the beer, now I'm okay. Honey, get your head to clear. Switch the beer, switch the beer. You don't have to go to AA. Switch the beer, you'll be okay.
Bravo.
Can I say something about driving on the highway, first of all?
Sure, yeah.
People got to focus. It's scary out there.
Amen.
I was on the highway. A guy next to me is texting while he's driving.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, look at this son of a... And then I hit a car. So I think he won.
It's dangerous.
I think he won that round.
Game, set, match, yeah.
Accident next to me, LOL.
Exactly. OMG.
You text and drive.
WTF.
No, I see it all the time.
I can barely see the
I've done that.
letters
Yeah.
anyway.
I drove by I told you this. I drove by a lady with a book open on her steering wheel
Reading.
and eating a pizza. Tell me, wait a minute. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Sneezing from the pollen, the chain caught my shoestring, hit the center bar on my bicycle, and almost lost my bearings. I love summer. Good old summertime. I got sunburned on the soles of my feet and sand where the sun don't shine. Sunburned at the beach, in pain the whole darn night. So much skin peeled off my back, you could make a set of Samsonite. I love summer. Good old summertime. I got sunburned on the soles of my feet. A lot of sand where the sun don't shine. Putting on a cold, wet bathing suit. Mosquitoes and bees and tetanus shot in the derriere. Something's crawling at the foot of my sleeping bag, and flaming marshmallows in my hair. Drop and roll. Caught a baseball with my face. Potato salad in the sun. Salmonella steps up to the plate. Listeria gets the run. Oh, I love summer. Good old summertime. I got sunburned on the soles of my feet and sand where the sun don't shine. I got sunburned at the back of my throat and sand behind my eye.
Well, hello, everyone.
Oh, look who's here.
Hey. Yeah,
Well, you've got a lot of gall being back here.
Well, look away. I'm hideous. I don't have a gallbladder. I'm a freak. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Heard him. Hello. Hello, Christy.
Hi, Chick.
Hello, Pat Godwin.
Good to have you back, Chick.
Thank you. Hello, Jeff Hoskey.
Hey, buddy. Welcome back.
Thank you. Jeff in the room. Josh Arnold evidently taking this time to celebrate my illness and just, laying around the lake probably, drinking beer and listening to music. Sounds lovely. There's Ace Cosby.
You look lighter.
Yeah, I don't know what a gallbladder weighs, but mine was all mush.
Oh.
Want to hear about mush?
I think he means your skin. You haven't been outside.
No, I mean, it's gallbladder.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Hi, Willie.
Hey, man.
See that? You hear the speed bump it is, Ace Cosby. Cut up, bump. I was being funny. Yeah, you were. There's Tom Griswold.
Yeah, you were.
Okay, I haven't laughed a lot. Hang on.
Easy.
Feels like my navel's going to pop out. All right.
Usually you are a shade darker because you tan very quickly. And
I have not been outside for the last week. Yeah.
What did they lop out that thing?
It's confusing. So Tuesday we had the cookout for Omaha Steaks. Then that night, all hell broke loose. And I was in the emergency room at 4 in the morning. And then 6:30 that night, I got my gallbladder out.
Do they start poking around your belly? How do they know what's going on in there?
I had the CAT scan, I had the MRI. My gallbladder had not functioned properly for so long that everything was mush. So he told me my diet. I won't notice anything different in my diet because it hasn't functioned.
Now, do you
and my
keep the gallstones?
Well, I kind of sensed you were going to ask me about that. The gallstones can sometimes appear like little unpopped popcorn, right? Little kernels. Mine were in there so long inside my body. They look like capers.
Little tiny capers.
Those little green things?
And what were they? Mush.
Oh, so you don't have any.
Mushy, so I don't have anything. No. But I did. I hadn't slept at all, really, from like 4 in the morning until 6:30 that, overnight.
Right.
Because that night I had trouble, so I couldn't sleep.
You're in pain.
So then physical pain, not like what I'm going through right now, looking at you, emotion. Sure. Right. So I'm going through, so I fell asleep after, I told them I'm going to fight the anesthesia, and they go, whatever, okay. So it started at 6:30, and I didn't wake up until 9:30. But I had a dream that they'd taken me to a ski chalet.
So I'm confused. You slept. How many hours did you sleep here?
From Tuesday evening when I went home until I got my gallbladder out.
At 6:30.
Right.
Until 9:30 the next morning?
I slept 4 hours that whole from Tuesday.
But then how much did you sleep post-anesthetic?
4.5 hours.
Okay.
They couldn't wake me up. Because I was at the ski chalet.
Sure, why would you want to leave
I wouldn't want to leave the ski chalet.
Having a good time there.
I was having a great time. And I thought they were trying to hide me for some reason. I don't know.
What kind of anesthetic did they give you?
The propofol?
I don't know. I got the good stuff, though. I made the Michael Jackson joke going into the operating room. Say what you want about Mike, but he got a good night's sleep. Stuff like
They love that one.
Yeah. Oh, they love that one. They love that one. And, wait a minute. And then a couple of them said, wait a minute, you're... and I go, yeah, that's right. So,
Local menace, Chick McGee.
And enjoy the view.
Did you get the home kit?
What's the home kit?
Oh, the anesthesia home kit?
Oh, no, I did not. I very little pain meds this past 3 or 4 days. It's not that painful, actually. The pain that was caused, the initial pain of going, hey, I need to come out. When it came out, it was gone.
Did you show Christy the bruise?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it in the
I did.
hallway.
That bruise is severe.
I think
It's like a map of China, only bigger.
I showed everyone, and I will show Oske, but I can't now because I don't want it on the internet. So,
Oh, man.
Well, you go out in the hallway and show
it looks like a map of a video game where a criminal lives. It's some sort of outer space. Blue, purple world.
No, you got to show it because then McDuffin can do the memes and it'll be Mission Impossible. They're showing the map, or the teacher pulls the map down in front of the students.
It's
and
where his
Chick
blood
McGee.
is pooled into his abdomen. Yeah, it's.
Chrissy has a friend who's a doctor and a nurse and a pre-med.
I'm
Say it like that.
That's what it is.
It's a big bruise, but you're not in any pain now.
Big bruise.
It's a big bruise.
Yes.
There's a little uncomfortableness around my navel.
Stitches?
No, just laparoscopic and your super glue, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
I got four slices, like inch long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they use the swing line for the staples?
I'm not stapled. I don't have
He
it.
just said he was
It's super glue.
glued.
Oh, sorry.
Here, maybe I'll go out in the hallway and show. I'll show.
Jeff, you're not going to believe this.
I'll show Oske.
Well, can you take your phone and call into Dean so we could get the audio?
No. We're going to go right out here to the door and listen closely when I show him.
Okay.
Right.
We're not going to have much audio, but
All right.
try to be quiet.
We'll
They're
be able
walking
to
into the
hear.
hallway. Chick is going to lift up his shirt and show
nicest
Oske.
tracksuit.
Watch Oske's face.
Everybody be quiet. Here we go.
Oh my God!
I hope you could hear that. He screamed out, "Oh my God!"
I could hear him.
Oh, yeah, we could
It's a
hear
big
it.
scar, ladies
Showing
and gentlemen.
Dino now.
He's showing
Dino
Dean.
doesn't like it at all.
Oh, Dean's shielding his eyes.
Should we put a picture up?
It's up. Hey, look at your belly. I'm not going to judge.
Jeff, isn't that shocking?
All right, I'll
That
put
bruise?
Well, we can know.
I'll put a picture up that you can only tell it's the bruising.
Did they warn you about the bruising?
I'm an incredible bruiser, but I heal like Wolverine. Like, this will be gone Friday. It's
Really?
crazy. Yeah.
But you're a hero. You have this adversity.
I
You're
am.
exposing it to other people so
me-
they can be better.
Tell me, Willie.
My goodness, you're a hero.
I showed
Shit.
Willie. I showed Tom and Willie before the show, and Willie went, "Oh no, it's good. It's good. Oh, it looks fine.
It's not that bad, dude.
It's not that bad, dude."
It's shocking.
So, what were the symptoms of having a gallbladder attack?
Does it mimic a heart attack? I've heard.
That was a lot of it, and that was a lot. But in the back of my mind, my engine, it's like a fingerprint. It's the same every time, and I know what it is. And during the whole thing, I never had that.
So you knew something new.
So I knew it was, but I couldn't be sure it wasn't my heart because maybe my heart's doing new stuff. I don't know.
Did you feel real tired?
No, not really.
Just mostly crabby.
Just acidic, crabby,
Wait a minute.
Why do you think he's
moodiness,
I got that.
anger,
You
bottled up.
can't constantly say things like that when you're the reason he's crabby. You can't do that.
So,
That never
wait a
enters
minute.
into
So
his
you're
brain.
acknowledging that he was crabby when he was here.
Wait a
you
minute,
jerk.
son of a gun! No, it feels like indigestion, like superpowered indigestion. Remember that? Like 30 years ago, I had a gallbladder attack in the men's club. You remember this?
No, what happened?
And I
again?
was down on the floor. And I adjusted my diet, and that's what the doctor told me to do, and I never did anything else after
And
that.
we should explain the men's club is the old part of the building. There's an old engineering bathroom.
Oh yeah.
If you were lying down on the floor of the men's club, you can't shower long enough to get there. That's the place where there was a collection of magazines, including one, cross my heart, I'm not making this up, there was a magazine back there called Anal Biker. And it was like $40.
Hey, gee, the light's on. Can we change the
I'm not going
subject?
to mention any names. I don't know who was purchasing a magazine like that.
So anyway, I'm fine, and other than that last comment, I'm back at work. And thanks, everybody,
I'd go
for
scrub off.
your emails.
Coming
and,
up, we have
your thoughts and feelings.
exciting things in the news today, including the rebranding of McDonald's restaurants in Russia. There's a Colorado city that wants to rename itself. Wait till you hear what they're choosing. I'll let you take some guesses. But right now, I want to say the summertime, time to listen to some great music. Maybe have a book in your head or be on the phone in the car. You need to have great earbuds. And how about getting great earbuds that are half the price of the other ones? I'm talking about the Raycons.
That's right. I searched the world over. I did an extensive project about trying to find earbuds because I'm very picky about my music and my sound and how that music sounds. You know what I'm saying. Raycon, you can also get 8 hours of playtime and 32 hours of battery life, and they sound amazing. And you can travel or a grueling workout. Optimized gel tips on the Raycons are perfect in-ear fit, and they are comfortable enough for all-day wear. And don't forget, they will not budge. Go to buyraycon.com, Tom, right now and get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom for 15% off your Raycons. Once more, the correct address, buyraycon.com/Tom or Raycon earbuds.
That's right. You need some great buds, bud.
Hey, bud.
Buyraycon.com/Tom. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you.
We got sports. We got Aaron Rodgers and a girlfriend. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I only now just heard of it. We'll talk about it.
He'll be okay. Did you see the story about the bear in the baseball stadium? And I don't mean a Chicago Cub. I'll dig that one up
Really?
for you. You missed that one. Yeah, like a live bear, the furry kind
Sure,
that go.
right.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
And a good morning. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us here on a Monday. It's June 13th, 2022 on the way. Greg Warren and Reno Collier and you. It's going to be a lot of fun this morning. Chick McGee back at the sports desk. Josh Arnold still out fishing with his family. He'll be returning to the sidekick chair on Tuesday. So you got about 24 hours until we hear from Josh again. But, we don't usually hear a lot from Josh. Not known for speaking up during the first hour of the show. So really today, at least in the first hour, should be no different. Oh, it's a shot at Josh. We have fun, don't we? I know he's still sleeping, so he won't hear me. And you guys won't tell him, right? All right, more fun and frivolity on the way on a Monday. Glad you're here with us. Grab another cup of coffee and let's go. Pew, 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 pew. It's Bob and Tom on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Country music star Toby Keith has announced he's been undergoing treatment for stomach cancer. The multi-platinum selling singer, friend of the show, reported on Twitter he's had surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation all in the past 6 months. The Oklahoma native says his outlook so far so good, but he needs time to breathe, recover, and relax. Keith, who turns 61 next month, says he looks forward to spending some time with his family, but he will, quote, see fans sooner rather than later. The Voodoo Fest music and arts experience will take yet another year off. Organizers have announced the festival will not happen this year. Voodoo Fest usually is held Halloween weekend and was last staged in 2019. The pandemic forced the festival to take 2 years off. Organizers did not give a reason for the cancellation or what they call a pause, but say more updates will be posted on social media. And in the battle between fighter jets and prehistoric beasts, dinosaurs have prevailed. Jurassic World Dominion has captured first place at the box office, dropping Top Gun Maverick to second. The Jurassic World sequel earned $143.4 million in ticket sales in North America, recouping nearly all its reported production budget in one weekend. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
So, Nick, let's start with the basics. Are you a married guy?
No, I just got divorced.
Sorry to hear about that.
It's okay. Lots of people get divorced. Einstein got divorced.
He did?
Yeah, did you know that? Albert Einstein, arguably the most intelligent man who ever lived, got divorced. They should tell you that before you get married. It shouldn't be, do you love her? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with her? It should be, do you think you're smarter than Einstein?
Oh, so you're dating then?
I guess. You know what I don't want to do? I don't want to say I love you anymore. I hate that first I love you. That's the worst. First time you ever tell a woman you love her. If they like you, they want to hear it. And when they hear it that first time, something comes over them. You know, their eyes get all wide and get that diabolical grin on their face. You can almost feel them saying, excellent.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives. And it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
The bass player's wife was in the kitchen doing dishes, and she's listening to her son play with his trains out in the living room. And she hears him out there playing, and she hears him say, all right, all you a-holes, get off the train. And the rest of you a-holes, get on the train and put your luggage under the seat. Well, she runs out there and she says, we don't talk like that in this house. Go to your room. So she leaves him in his room for 2 hours.
Oh.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
So she brings him out and he says, can I play with my trains again? And she says, well, okay, have you learned your lesson? He says, yeah, I think so. So she goes back to the kitchen and he's playing with his trains. And then she hears him say, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for riding with us today. Hope you had a pleasant trip. And the rest of you boarding the train, hope you have a nice stay with us today. And those of you pissed off about the 2-hour delay, talk to the bitch in the kitchen.
For Father's Day, give Dad total access to the entire Bob and Tom library. Give Dad a membership to Bob and Tom VIP. The link to get it is right at the top of our website, bobandtom.com.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Mark Eubanks. Did you go to college down in...
I went to college in University of West Virginia, Morgantown, West Virginia.
Oh, really?
I was a mountaineer.
Well, why would someone from Florida go to college in West Virginia?
Because you didn't have to be real smart to get into school there. Basically, showing up got you that piece of paper.
Valedictorian was a 2.0.
On the breathalyzer.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Yeah.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
Hey, there's Jeff Oskey.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, he's hanging out for Josh Arnold, who's forsaken us, working another show, I guess. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
That's Willie Griswold. I'm Chick McGee. Much better. Thanks, everybody, for your thoughts and feelings on the various socials, and I appreciate it. Now, I'll be here trying to keep Tom in line. Yeah, that's going to happen. And speaking of that, here's my buddy Tom.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, man.
You had your gallbladder taken out, my friend.
I'm a freak. I don't have all my parts anymore.
Did they take a picture of it?
Oh, yeah, I got pictures. They've kind of gotten lost in the shuffle. They were, I've only recently realized that they did give me pictures, and I think I left them in my room, so I'm going to have to hunt those down, or they're going to email them to me or something. Okay. You know, I don't want to brag, but I'm a member of this thing called My Chart, and I can go online, I sign in, and I think actually this would be good for Godwin, because you can organize all your medical appointments and things. And
I have
keep
the
track.
My Chart.
You have the, of course you do.
Love
Yeah. I bet you check My Chart like everybody else checks Twitter.
Did you have to get extra storage on your phone to hold it?
I have it on my homepage and on my second iPad.
So it's like MySpace, only it's just about your medical stuff.
Yeah. And it's very cool, really. I mean, you can, and you know, you can have my follow-up appointment with my
doctor.
No, I don't want to make everybody feel stupid, but I'm kind of a medical savant. My gallbladderologist. I'm going to talk to him on the phone. Actually, is what I'm going to. My follow-up appointment's on the phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's very nice.
It's also because I think he's kind of done with me. Actually, he doesn't want me in his office.
I think the average person, including me, knows almost nothing about the gallbladder, where it is, what it does.
Something about bile on the food.
I don't even know what that means.
It's by the liver. It helps your liver.
Oh, and mine was 3 times the size.
Wow.
Mine was almost as big as a liver. It's supposed to be a...
Do they take a picture of it with a ruler next to it so you can have some scale?
No. They will, though, just to make you happy.
Well, it doesn't do me any good to see a picture. It could be a relief map of Czechoslovakia for all I know.
Do you know how big a liver is?
No.
I don't know how big a liver is.
I know how big chicken livers are. I love to eat them. Boy, they're good. Fry them in a little butter. You ever do that?
People livers are 10 times bigger than that.
Okay, well, yeah, I have no idea.
Well, luckily you have 2, so it doesn't really matter. You know, you
Two
don't
gallbladders?
Livers.
Oh, okay. I'm glad we know a lot about doctor science stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You did miss a bunch of interesting news stories while you were gone.
Tell me, brother.
And I thought we could get Mr. Godwin to sing a tribute to one of them. You are familiar with Velveeta, which I believe has to be called cheese product.
God, I hope this doesn't continue. I thought you were saying Belvita.
No.
Not Velveeta.
Velveeta is a delicious, makes great sandwiches. I think we all like Velveeta. The Velveeta people have released a nail polish, and the cool thing about it is it smells like cheese. And I was asking Christy this: are most nail polishes scented?
No.
Okay, so this has got a double whammy thing. So,
you want your fingertips to smell like cheese?
No. You don't want them to look like they're dipped in cheese either.
Your fingertips ever smell like cheese? You know, back in the day.
Maybe while I was landscaping, did a little scratching in between.
Maybe crotch is in that sentence in it somewhere.
Yikes!
Along with the cheese.
Dated a girl, kind of skanky. Smell my elbow type.
Hang on. You think Jeff's dirty, don't you? Just because of his big bushy beard.
I showered.
Yes, he smells the best every morning.
No, I don't. I'm not suggesting that you are dirty. I'm just suggesting that there might have been.
I don't know how he'd take it that way.
Who live with me are dirty.
There may have been. Yes, there may have been a young lady. Bathing not a priority. Just give me the $50 and shut up. The point being.
Wait, is Jeff the prostitute in that? I got lost in that.
I thought we were talking about nail polish.
That wasn't elaborate.
when Josh isn't here, Jeff has to take on his role of a steady consumer of prostitutes.
Okay.
Completely unfair for both of them.
Yep.
Nevertheless,
But it's got to go somewhere.
and I doubt if a quality prostitute really smells like Velveeta down there.
You wouldn't have much return business.
Yeah.
Right?
In any event, this is a real story. For $15, you get a 2-pack of nail polish. By the way, how expensive is nail polish?
It's about $15 a bottle.
Yeah,
so
it's like anything. I mean,
Yeah.
it can.
So it's not like perfume where nail polishes are $300 for some fancy brand or.
Not that I'm aware of. I'm sure they're.
So for $15, you get a 2-pack of nail polish, which is weird because it's finger food red and La Dolce Velveeta yellow is how the Velveeta people talk about it. La Dolce Velveeta. What was the famous movie? La Dolce Vita? Was
Yeah.
It like
Was it La Dolce? I thought it was just Dolce Vita.
Dolce Vita?
with was that like a
Audrey Hepburn or one of those?
No, wasn't it Sophia Loren or something?
Yeah, it was. I think you're
This
right.
is way many years ago, but La Dolce Vita is stuck
I
around.
always thought Sophia Loren was a guy.
What?
She kind of looks
Oh,
mannish.
she's gorgeous.
Oh, she's
Means
beautiful.
the sweet life, right? La Dolce Vita. I don't know. I don't speak Italian. I think it.
Yes.
The point is, you can get La Dolce Vita yellow if you'd like, ladies. If you'd like to get have your nail polish match your cheese, but it smells.
They had it painted red, and then you dip, like you put a little bit of yellow on it, so it looks like your nails.
So it's a
are
two-tone.
dipped.
It's a two-tone nail polish.
They are doing things with nail polish that absolutely amazing.
it's
And nipple
incredible.
cream. The Oreo nipple cream is amazing.
Wait a minute, hold on. Well, now you've got my attention. I mean, I love Velveeta, but the Oreo filling might be a little.
So you've written a song about this, man?
No, Ricky Martin's brother, Dickie Martin.
Oh, is he in there? I can't see the
Buenos
glass.
dias, everyone. Here we go. She's into strange concoctions, painted up like a Barbie doll. Makeup and neurotoxins, perfume, she's tried it all. She wants me to smell her nails now, but they look like dripping cheese. Take a whiff of her polish, and it knocks me to my knees, like she has some strange disease. Well, looks like a nacho chip, La Dolce Vita yellow. Nails like a cheesy dip, that Velveeta sure does smell low. One hand's finger food red, it's nice and kinda mellow. Well, the other hand's a late night snack, La Dolce Vita yellow. La Dolce Vita yellow.
Oh, thank you, Dickie.
Buenos dias.
Dickie Martin.
Dickie Martin, yes, I'm his brother.
Where do you hail from, Dickie?
Hialeah. my brother pays for the apartment.
So you missed it, ladies and gentlemen, your opportunity. You can still get your Velveeta nail polish, though.
Well, and also, I don't know if you saw this chick. Every log of Velveeta now contains 3 fingernails. They're doing a cross promotion.
I don't think chick like that one.
I watched a documentary about food preparation and not cooking, but how the food gets from the factory to our table.
Yes.
And Velveeta is delicious. Don't get me wrong, but it's clear. The last step in the manufacturing process is making it the Velveeta color.
Oh.
What are you doing? Why are you doing this to us?
But it's so good. I mean, but that's absolutely true.
Well, I mean, there's a visual component to.
Yes.
Remember the green ketchup and how that flopped?
Yeah.
You're used to a certain thing, and you see it, and it just doesn't work for
No
you.
one makes a better queso or grilled cheese than Velveeta.
True enough.
Clear.
Or macaroni and cheese.
It's a clear cube, and then they it's a clear block, and they
remember-
inject the color, and then they hack it up. Yeah.
Didn't margarine used to be clear? And you would add some.
In the early days, I think they called it oleo.
Yeah.
And my mom was telling me it would come with they'd supply you with a thing of powder, and you would sprinkle it in there, whip it up, so it would be the same color as butter.
See?
Well, Hooker the cooker makes a delicious chicken and noodles, and I told her one day, I said, these are the best chicken and noodles I ever had. It's so rich. You can just see, and she goes, I put yellow food coloring in it. I don't know if that's a secret or not. She didn't tell me not to tell her.
Aren't a lot of soft drinks, isn't the color added?
Soft drinks?
I think so.
Probably so. Yeah, I would think. Pepsi Clear was out there for a little while. Remember that?
Oh,
Yeah, and that didn't go well, did it?
Clear.
I wonder if they do they do that to liquor also, into beer?
Bourbon's clear, and then it gets the color when they put it in the barrels. But like the original thing, I think is called like Mash, or I think I got it from Buffalo Trace. It was called White Dog, and that stuff is basically Everclear. It'll put some hair on your chest, man.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a lot of stuff out there that appears clear until they start to monkey with it. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, people want their food a certain color.
Exactly.
And I do know this as someone who loves doing laundry. Whatever they put in most spaghetti sauces, you could paint a house with that stuff, and it would keep the color.
Dawn dishwashing detergent, take it right out.
Which one?
Dawn.
Oh yeah, you soak it in Dawn. Anything? Okay,
Or
well,
just blot it
enough
with
of
it.
laundry tips. Here's what I wanted to do here. Coming up, we have an excuse to play a little bit of this. Sipping on gin and juice. Because we got a Snoop Dogg update on the economy.
Well, why not? He seems to be doing all right.
Yeah, he's doing just fine. We'll talk about Snoop. In the meantime, we do turn to the sports page.
Is there anything we need to check in with about the USFL, Ace? Is there a championship game coming up?
One more week in regular season, then it's on to Canton.
It's on to Canton for the championship game and the playoffs. And who is undefeated team finally lost?
Birmingham lost.
Birmingham lost over the weekend. So it's still not being covered on ESPN or any of your sporting networks. So I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do here at my little.
How are the ratings? The TV ratings? They're pretty good.
I have not heard lately.
We'll take it
I
up.
would think if
when
they
Birmingham plays, they have a crowd there. A little bit.
Are all the games held in Birmingham, though?
Yeah, there's two stadiums down there.
Yeah, so people aren't traveling to see it.
None of this makes any sense.
So wait a minute. So if your team is there a team out of out of Florida?
Yes, there is an Orlando team.
But they don't play in Orlando?
No, they play in Birmingham.
Birmingham, because why wouldn't you?
They all stay at the Sheridan.
How do you know that?
They have like a Hard Knocks type show that they show before. It's like a half hour.
Wait a minute, you're watching the Hard Knocks USFL? What? You've got to stop watching bad TV, please.
That sounds good, man. It sounds fun. But yeah, it is funny that, of course, the team that plays in Birmingham, you win more when you have home field advantage every
game.
I did kind of laugh a couple weeks ago. I noticed they had cheerleaders.
Why is that funny? Nobody to cheer to?
No one in the crowd. But I mean, if they're getting TV ratings, I guess they can continue to move forward. Are there any standout players that may end up signing with the NFL in the fall?
I couldn't name them, but there's some talent there.
I bet there's some really good guys out there. Well,
I think I saw a commercial on the NFL Network about the USFL and looking behind the scenes. It might have been this Hard Knock show you're talking about, and I was wondering what the heck.
Now, we were
I thought
talking
it was
about
the drugs I was using. I didn't.
We were talking about the importance of the color of food.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how when you have things that are different colors, it's weird. You ever eat those white carrots? Does that throw you at all?
No, I've never had white carrots.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a white carrot.
Carrots.
I've had one of them.
Yeah.
White carrot, purple potato.
Yeah, purple potato.
Do you ever
I've
eat
heard of
real
purple
normal food?
What are you? So look, I just got out of the hospital. What are you eating over there? A white carrot?
Kale chips and white carrots.
I'm just saying, you're talking about how
turnips.
food has to be a certain color, and you were saying that Velveeta cheese, they add the color at the end. Otherwise, it's this clear block.
Do you ever make French fries at your house?
Yeah, get the deep fryer out. And have a deep fry
Or
night.
just bake them in the oven. I don't care.
I
Your
like
air
those.
fryer?
I like the sweet potato fries.
Ah, for God's sakes.
They're really good.
They're
I
good.
like the sweet
They
potato.
are.
But I don't like curly fries, and I don't like steak fries. I've gone over this before.
Why?
They have.
Don't like them. I don't know. I just.
No, too much potato.
Oh,
you say it 1,000 times a year.
No, the steak fries are too much potato. The curly fries are I just don't care for them. They're weird. But speaking of things that you have to
weird.
that you have to
Shrimp
color,
fries?
I think a lot of beverages are colored, including this one.
We're in a gym today to find out what athletes need after they've had a big workout. Excuse me, sir?
Yeah.
You look pretty
Pretty sweaty.
Yeah. I just jogged 5 miles. Did the weights. Did some step aerobics. God, I'm dying.
What do you need after a big workout like that?
I could use a big glass of water.
Water?
Yeah.
You don't want water. You need something to replace your bodily fluids. Get you back on your feet again.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, what do you got?
Here, try this.
What is it?
Thirspiration Plus.
Thirspiration Plus, huh?
Replaces all your bodily fluids after a big workout.
All right, I'll try it. Jesus, what is that? Tastes like sweat.
It is sweat. Well, a little coloring. We added some carbonation, but...
What are you trying to do to me?
Thirspiration Plus replaces all your bodily fluids lost during a big workout. Thirspiration Plus. Bodily sweat and icy cold jug.
Come here, you crazy son of a...
Borrow your shirt and your shorts for later.
You're sick.
Thirspiration Plus. Lemon lime, tropical punch, or clear.
The clear is the one that really gets me. Yeah, it's just sweat. Once they cool it down, it's not as bad as it sounds.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, drinking at a room temperature is a little bit weird. It's very salty, though. We return to the sports desk with the returning Chick McGee post-gallbladder surgery.
Thank you. The NBA Finals are tied at 2 games apiece. Steph went off 43 points in Game 4 in Boston, and the Warriors got the Dubs got the win a couple days ago. And now tonight will be Game 5 in Golden State at Chase. The Warriors host the Celtics. That's 9 o'clock Eastern. And a side note to Chase. That payment is on the way. I was in the hospital, and my paperwork and the normal lady who makes all my payments for me. And this from Mexico, Tom, you will like this. I don't know if it's a record or not, but a team of chefs at a festival in Mexico have cooked up a 629.4-pound hamburger, said to be the largest in Mexico's history. The chefs at the 2nd Annual International Hamburger Festival. I had no idea this was even a thing. In Mazatlan, worked together during the event to cook the massive burger in about 10. They cooked it in about 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. What?
Organizers said the burger would be cut into portions and provided to local food charities.
That's medium rare, isn't it?
The burger was nearly... that doesn't make any sense.
I saw a picture of this. The burger's the size of a boat.
Yeah, how do you cook it in 10 minutes?
You just want 5 on each side, you guys. Come on, you want a little pink in the middle.
And I'm not going to cast any aspersions on the quality of the Mexican beef inspectors.
I'm sure it's fine. Oh, my goodness. Hamburgers are fine. You're going to ruin hamburgers.
Why would the hamburger festival be in Mexico?
I don't know. What's more American than a cheeseburger?
Well, we need to take that back.
Organizers say this year's burger set the national record for Mexico, and they're making plans for next year's festival to feature a burger to beat the Guinness World Record. Here's the Guinness World Record for the largest hamburger that they're shooting for. 2,566 pounds, 9 ounces.
That's right.
That was set in Germany in 2017.
What kind of...
That's a big hamburger.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Big frying pan, too.
Yeah.
Big spatula.
You know what? I don't...
Without saying it.
There must be like a bunch of ovens to cook it that fast, right? And they're only cooking pieces of it, I would think, right?
Shouldn't the hamburger festival be in the United States? This is what's wrong with the world.
Or at least Germany, Hamburg.
I suppose.
No, we aren't hosting the Tortilla Festival.
Yeah, wait a minute. What's going on?
Stay in your lane, Mexico.
Yeah, this is going to confuse kids everywhere. You missed a pretty cool story, though, Chick. We have one coming up today about IKEA.
Okay.
The furniture store.
I'll put it together when I hear it. Thank you very much. I still got it.
IKEA,
maybe not.
IKEA apparently in Norway, not too far from IKEA's home country, Sweden, there is a big baby boom. They're calling it the COVID baby boom. So IKEA is offering a list of names for folks if they're having trouble thinking of a name for their kid. Mm-hmm. And they're using...
I love the names of stuff they have.
Well, and
I went there and I bought a Flurfnurdle. And,
well, you can name your kid Flurfnurdle now.
Yeah.
But apparently, I was not aware of this. Historically, many of the names that IKEA uses for its furniture are people names.
No kidding?
Yeah, I didn't know that. So, and now vice versa. So you can name your kid L-shaped love seat, or
you could.
Some
but it would be the IKEA word for it, right?
You could name your kid One Night Stand. Okay.
You know, I'm really bad at geography, but I'm really bad at Scandinavian geography. I don't know Norway, Sweden,
Denmark. They're all up there.
I don't know what it is. I don't know where it is.
Alphabetical order.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
This helps. Okay, good.
Okay. So in any event, if you're curious, you could name your kid Meatball, whatever. That list is being published. Right now, I want to tell you about your car and your truck. Your goal, keep it in motion. That's correct. Got wheels, got an engine. Napa wants to help you keep that car on the road. And if it's on the road, Napa's got the part for it. How about this? Over 500,000 quality auto parts available at Napa. And the folks behind the counter, they've got what we call Napa know-how. And if you need that part fast, you can get it fast with Napa's famous curbside pickup or next-day delivery. So when it comes to serving you in your car, Napa's motor never quits. They've got that Napa know-how. Curbside pickup available, of course, at participating Napa Auto Parts stores with in-stock items only. Lots more details are available at NapaOnline.com. That's NapaOnline.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. When we come back, what do we have over there?
Well, we've got wildlife at the, where is this, a baseball game? Yeah, it could be a bear. We'll talk about it. Okay. And speaking of tortillas, we got a world record. Whoa! There we go.
Oh, and we got robots with human skin.
Love it. Love everything about it.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Do you know a dad who's a big Bob and Tom fan? Well, get him a Father's Day gift he'll open every day. A membership to Bob and Tom VIP. The link to get it is right at the top of our website, bobandtom.com.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Greg Warren, former state champion wrestler. You're the son of a wrestling coach. Now, I assume your dad was also your wrestling coach. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. He was a high school wrestling coach, so I wrestled, and my mom was into music, so I played the clarinet in the band, which they made fun of me, especially the guys on the wrestling team, especially my best friend, Huey Baker. He was a black guy. He's one of those guys that would just get a hold of something and never shut up. Look at Greg, man. Greg played a flute. It's a clarinet, Huey. It's a flute, Greg. You a flute man. Look at little flute man, Greg. Flute your flute, Greg. Little flute man, Greg. He'll be on the bus going to a match. He'll be real quiet, and all of a sudden you hear, hop, 2, 3, 4. What the hell we fighting for? Flute man. It's embarrassing when you're out there wrestling and you hear, hit him with your flute, Greg.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yeah, that's right, it is. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison. Do you know a dad who's a big Bob and Tom fan? How about giving him total access to the entire Bob and Tom library? Well, get him a Father's Day gift he'll open every day. A Bob and Tom VIP membership. See the link at the top of our website. Just head on over to bobandtom.com and hook your father up for Father's Day with a VIP membership. You do want to be the favorite kid, right? The Bob and Tom VIP membership for Father's Day. Check it out at bobandtom.com. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed. A strange loop, an irreverent, sensually frank work about blackness and queerness took home the best new musical crown at the Tony Awards on Sunday as voters celebrated Broadway's most racially diverse season by choosing an envelope-pushing black voice. Michael R. Jackson's 2020 Pulitzer Prize drama winner is a theater made a journey and also won for Best Book. Many of the night's Tonys spread over several productions. A Strange Loop beat MJ, a biomusical of the King of Pop's biggest hits, for the top prize, although Jackson's musical nabbed 4 Tony Awards. Brazil's search for an indigenous expert and a journalist who disappeared in a restive area of the Amazon a week ago has advanced with the discovery of a backpack, laptop, and other personal belongings of the men submerged in a river. The items found Sunday afternoon. That area has seen violent conflicts between fishermen, poachers, and government agents. On Saturday, federal police reported finding traces of blood in the boat of a fisherman who was under arrest as the only suspect in the disappearance, the blood being tested to see if it's connected to indigenous expert Bruno Peraza of Brazil and freelance journalist Dom Phillips of Britain. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Do you know a dad who's a big Bob and Tom fan? Well, get him a Father's Day gift he'll open every day. A membership to Bob and Tom VIP. The link to get it is right at the top of our website, bobandtom.com.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Sex is so prevalent in our society that nobody mentions what happens if you keep having it. You know, that, I think every porno movie should end with Hypatia Lee giving birth to triplets. You know, just as a disclaimer, you know. So everybody knows, you know, what you get, you know. But I'm a stepfather, too. Which I've been for a few years now. And if you're not a step-parent, you know, you don't realize the warmth and rewards that you get for the warm, loving feeling. And it's, I hate you. Okay, here's some more money. You know, you're not like my real dad. You know, that's right. You can find me. You know. Track down your real deadbeat dad and have him pay for these Barbie accessories, you know.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Now we have Lord Corette with us in the studio. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Well, good. You're, let's see, last time we checked, you were a single man?
Yeah.
Still single, I gather?
Still single.
Are you officially divorced? Did that go?
I am annulled, which is like it never happened.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. The judge said in 30 years he'd never done an annulment. He said, but if you kids want one, I'll give you one. So,
how about that?
Nice. Yeah, we went for it. Because as you know,
Did you go there
so
together?
An annulment means you get to keep your stuff.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but as you know, my most recent marriage was a disaster. It made the wreck of the Edmunds Fitzgerald look like a fender bender.
Oh, wow.
Sorry to hear that.
Hello.
And you remember Lord's famous line about gun control, more or less.
Yes. The relationship taught me a lot. It taught me they won't sell you a handgun if you're crying.
Really?
They won't. They just won't do it. And it's only a rule of thumb. They don't have it written down anywhere. They spring it out at the last minute. And you're like, well, if I'd have known that, I'd have pulled myself together out front.
Oh, yeah.
And the sign said anybody caught trespassing will be shot on sight. So I jumped over the fence and yelled at the house, hey, what gives...
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait.
Any fun details on the website?
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It's alive. Hi, how you doing? There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, chick.
There's Jeff Oskey.
Hey, buddy.
In for Josh Arnold. I haven't seen Josh in a month. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. He's manning that track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee at the sports desk, such as it is. And here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much.
Or I might start introducing you like this.
Go ahead.
It's Tom.
Oh, I like that.
What was your call sign? Did you ever land on one that you liked?
Yeah, Mud Falcon.
Tell me about it, Mud Falcon.
You told me about that sound before I saw the movie,
Yeah.
and then every time that played, I laughed so hard. And the movie, it was a packed theater, and everyone was, why is that crazy guy laughing over there?
Well, I don't know, but that's miracle number 1. That's actually from the movie.
That's a Top Gun, the Maverick. Yeah.
And that's miracle number 2. Yeah.
And you thought something negative, you thought something positive was going to happen. It's like, yeah, we're going to go to the grocery store and get a glass of wine. But then you'd hear, yeah.
Then you'd hear that.
Well, I'm scared of the grocery store now.
Some great action. Have you seen it, Jeff?
No, I have not.
Have you noticed? Did you notice during the jet scenes when they're in the cockpit and they're pulling G's? You can see it on their face.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It was.
That's all
crazy.
real.
Yeah. They were in the cockpit. Yeah.
They stuck them in the planes.
And I guess all the actors said they threw up without just for that.
Yeah, I read an interview with an actual pilot. And he said very, very accurate with respect to the flying sequences.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but if you have, this won't ruin it at all. But the so-called enemy is completely generic.
Mm-hmm.
The place that
is kind of
the
fun.
raid. They're not mentioning anyone. No one's ethnicity is even hinted at. And when they do show bad guys, they're completely Darth Vadered out. You can't see anything.
Isn't that kind of a nod to old Hollywood, though? Isn't that we kind of used to do things? Weren't all the
I think
Bond
old
villains?
Hollywood used to. Usually there was some racist component.
It was John Wayne playing Genghis Khan, is what it was.
Yes. Yeah.
More eyeliner.
I tell you what. Let's go, country.
There is a terrific joke. I would say maybe 10 minutes into the movie.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I'm not going to give it away. I laughed out loud. And I as soon as I saw it, I went, I thought this is so
And
funny.
by the way, we haven't talked about how good is John Hamm and just effortless. He's just perfect.
Are you talking about those new commercials for Progressive Insurance?
He's amazing everywhere.
Yeah.
I was saying
where he's hitting on flow.
Oh yeah.
And he's getting C blocked.
I haven't seen that.
Oh yeah.
No, I haven't seen that either.
He's amazing.
fun.
Yeah, John Hamm is there at some bar and he's hitting on flow. And then he gets C blocked by the guy sitting next to him. Hey, John, you're going to give me a ride home, right? No, I'm not giving you a ride. Anyway, he's great in it. A little bit of Top Gun action. What do you got over there at the sports desk?
Well, Black Bear visited the dugout at McCormick Field in Asheville, North Carolina. The Asheville Tourists minor league baseball team posted a Facebook video of the unexpected visitor, which could be seen just moseying out of the dugout while a staff member urges the animal to leave. Probably saying something like shoo or something. The team's post referred to the bear as Ted E. Tourist, the team's Bruin mascot. Assistant General Manager Hannah Martin told the Citizen-Times once the bear was on the field, it walked around the warning track behind home plate, into the visitors' dugout, out through the ramp behind the visitors' clubhouse. The bear left on its own into the wooded area behind the Wicked Weed Brewing Pavilion.
You guys got Polish sausages down here?
So they got the bear to leave without a trombone?
Isn't that amazing?
How is that possible?
I don't know.
That is amazing.
That's how you do it.
Now, as you know, the trombone is the instrument of choice when it comes to getting rid of bears.
Exactly.
We learned that last week. And you know what the oddity about this is? We had the story about the bear. That was in Alaska, right, or northern Canada or something, where the bear was infiltrating the elementary school.
It wasn't. You are.
And the kids.
Okay, wait, hold, time out. Time out. I got back just in time. We need a new feature. What the news is, and what Tom heard.
Oh yeah,
that's exactly what. Yeah,
there was a bear on school grounds, and this guy went out there with a trombone
and scared the bear away.
And I think it was in Canada.
Okay.
Yes.
Among other things, if nothing else, that brought us the attention of Trombone Shorty to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're getting love letters about Trombone Shorty.
Sure.
And the Trombone Shorty on tour right now.
Go Shorty, go Shorty, go Shorty.
Oh, man.
It's going to be in our town.
Check.
Go see him.
We're going. You're bringing a megaphone yelling "Go Shorty" the whole time.
Oh yeah, go Shorty. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes,
This is good stuff.
We could have a field trip. We could all go together.
It'll be a team building exercise.
Yeah.
I'm serious. We are getting letters of people going, hey, I'm sick of your stupid story about the bear and the trombone. But, man, I love that Trombone Shorty stuff.
We get that a lot about along those same lines.
Well, you know, if you listen a lot, you're going to hear a couple things more than once. we got to spread the wealth. We want everybody to know about the trombones and the black bear. Once again, by the way, that was, in fact, in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
It was Mr. Tristan Clausen in Shawnigan Lake, Canada, at St. John's Academy, where he saved all the school children.
Oh, for God's sake. That bear was just trying to get in the garbage.
And he used the trombone,
the
trombone, because then this guy plays all the brass instruments. And I finally did this for a friend of mine who was a trumpet player, hoping he'd get the joke.
Come on, it's PJ. We all know him.
And I said, why didn't he use a baritone?
He didn't get it.
No. That joke has to be. You have to see it in writing, I think, to really get the big chuckle out of it.
And that's a horn player who didn't get the joke.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're talking horns.
There's
Great
a
band,
trombone.
Chicago. Oh, God, that's the best.
Are you alive if you don't go when you're listening to that? I don't think so.
Yeah, it's like when the song Brick House, you got to go house no matter what. It's the same thing for that with the Chicago. You ever dated a horn player, Christy?
No.
You should.
Ever gotten horny around a horn player?
No.
You know that part where they go,
Yeah.
that takes a lot of really tricky tongue action.
Oh. When he's right, he's right.
You know what an embouchure is?
Yes.
It's the way you hold her.
What Tom's doing is
I'm glad you're. I don't know what you
called the
said,
gummy.
but it was like it came out 19 different things.
It's really attractive.
I can tell you,
Oh my God. Never.
Hey.
I don't ever want to see that again.
The only person better at that than a trumpet player is an auctioneer. You know those guys.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Those guys, those tongues are a flying.
Who knows what's coming up next in sports? It could be anything.
Also, Mr. Godwin, please.
Yes.
We have the robot skin thing coming up. Okay,
I'll get them ready.
Okay, get your capo on, or whatever the hell it is that you're going to stall with. When we come back. Also, we have in the news. Believe it or not, I love this story. Talking garbage cans.
Love it.
And they're talking dirty. That's right. It's real.
They are dirty.
Oh, yeah.
I'll shove it in my mouth. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right?
It's
a garbage can.
We'll find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Got this new venture. It's called Say It to My Face.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Cool.
Hey, Josh, let's say someone talks smack about you on Facebook or Twitter.
Sure.
And the first thing you do is you'd call me, then I go to their house. And when they answer the door, I'll just yell, "Say it to my face." And then I'll jack them with a blood dart right to the larynx. And Christy, you and your ladies don't got to worry either, because I got you covered too. See, my friend Tasha and I are launching an all-female company called Oh, No, You Didn't. Well, it's hard to spell on the radio, but in print, it's badass. It's all hymenated.
Hymenated?
Yep.
So the next time some chick, calls another chick an obese whale when you post your porta potty selfie on Instagrams, just give me and Tasha a call. She'll go to that chick's house and slap the spit out of her while screaming, "Oh, no, you didn't."
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning. My name is Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us here on a Monday. We're rolling through June 13th. It is a Monday, so it's not Friday the 13th, although it would be nice if it was a Friday. But we're just getting rolling here on a Monday. Greg Warren and Reno Collie are going to be joining us here on this Monday, and we hope that you'll stick along with us. The Warren Report, always fun. GregWarrenComedy.com to find out where he will be on the road, and we will hear from him this morning. Who knows what topic he'll have? He's talked about Orville Redenbacher's popcorn, the Wright brothers, and the first flight in America. Also, he's talked about Mr. Aoki and Benihana's, so you never know what he's going to cover in the Warren Report. Ice cream, that was one of his topics. So breakfast cereal, right? You never know what he's going to cover. We'll find out together right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Federal health officials say kid-sized doses of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccines seem safe and effective for kids under 5. The finding by the Food and Drug Administration is a key step toward long-awaited decision to begin vaccinating the youngest of our American population. Firefighters are responding to a wildfire about 6 miles north of Flagstaff, and it has forced some evacuations. Cocosino National Forest officials say the fire reported at 10:15 a.m. Sunday by a fire lookout. Cause of the wildfire is not immediately known. And officials with the Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority are planning to put sensors in elevators to detect the stench of urine. The MTBA is launching a program that would put sensors in 4 downtown elevators. The data will be collected with an eye toward setting up a system that can alert transit officials to send a cleaning crew. Transit officials say not only does urine stink and creates unsanitary conditions, it can also damage elevators. Atlanta's public transit system tried a similar project about a decade ago. It set off strobe lights and alarms when urine was detected. Maybe you should find a bathroom? And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yours truly, Artie Whiskey, frontier golfer with another true tale from the Old West.
Really?
As you know, I'm quite the avid golfer. I go out just about every day and play 18. One afternoon, I decided to head on home after 9 holes. Well, much to my surprise, I mosey up to my house and I see another buggy in the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I gotta sneak in the house and I find my wife in bed with another fella. I was rather upset.
I can see that.
I grabbed the guy, got him in a headlock, dragged him down into the garage, grabbed him by the manhood, stuck it in a vise, and squeezed it real tight.
Uh-huh.
He started screaming, "Oh, Artie, you're not going to cut it off, are you?" I said, "No, you are. I'm going to set the garage on fire."
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
loads of curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
loads of curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Ed Yeager.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Ed. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you again.
I'm glad football season's almost here. I love football.
I do, too.
I was I was in a hotel room, and I was watching a football game, and I opened the drawer, I pull out the Bible, I turned to John 3:16.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually says, "Sitteth thee in the end zone with a large sign."
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's awful.
Awful entertaining.
Central Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Details online.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I'm Chick. I'm here. How are you? There's Christy Lee at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
So let's stop talking if you don't have a gallbladder. Isn't that nice, Ace?
We missed him, kind of. Hey, Ace was out in the parking lot this morning when I pulled in. I'm sure to hear the bass response in my car stereo.
What's your new jam now?
What was that? Oh, some Pete Droge. You don't know him. It's fine. There's Jeff Oskey.
What's up?
Droge. Spacey and Shaken. No, you don't like that?
I'm not familiar with this work. It may be excellent.
I don't want to cast aspersions.
I haven't heard it yet. I like it.
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold. I am Chick McGee. I am still alive. And there's Tom.
And you had your gallbladder removed.
That's right.
By some fine surgeons.
That's right.
And did they use the
laparoscopic procedure? Yes.
They vacuumed that sucker out of there?
Yep. They pulled her out, and my gallstones had turned to mush.
They have little tweezers in the end of them, or is it a suction thing? Like, is
I don't know. I think
mini
it's
vac?
I don't know. They didn't show me the utensil they used, but
do they do a ultrasound like they do when they're looking for babies?
I had a CAT scan and an ultrasound. I can't wait to find out how much is my responsibility for this hospital visit. It's going to be fun time.
What did the CAT scan sound like?
Oh, where was that? We used to do that, didn't we? Son of a... Dean, can you find my cat meowing?
This is how you do a joke, ladies and gentlemen.
I just said that. Wait a minute. Okay, so they did a CAT scan. Oh, that's a dog. Okay, hang on.
Couldn't afford the cat.
Son of a dog scan. You're not going to find anything with a dog's scan. What? No, that's John Kay looking at it. Okay,
that's Steppenwolf.
Oh,
yeah.
They did a CAT scan.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now, when they did the MRI, did you have to climb into the tube?
The MRI. Did they do the MRI?
You don't climb in. They put you on the thing and they slide you in.
No, I did not have an MRI. I had a CAT scan, which you're like halfway in, halfway out, and the thing's spinning around.
They put liquid in you? The hot liquid?
Yeah. And that makes you uncomfortable. The hot.
Boy, does it ever.
Is there a medical procedure you haven't had?
When you pulled up to the hospital, did you park in Pat's space, the one that's marked right next to the door?
My name
no, but like 4 or 5 people I'm talking to them go, what do you do? And I tell them, go, you know Pat Godwin.
We treated him.
Yeah. We treated him. Yeah, we had him in for a couple of things. I was on the Godwin sauce there for quite a while.
Good stuff.
It's really something.
They got the IV in there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
They shoot you full of stuff.
No catheter?
No catheter, but they did have a couple problems trying to...
Find it?
I don't know.
Wait. Did you say find it? Implying that his male member is so tiny?
No, they shrunk all up because it was getting...
I'm terrified.
They do shrink in the hospital.
I don't know what I've had a lot of people draw blood, and I've had a lot of people do it in an amazing fashion. It's and almost pain-free. Seriously. Right. Almost pain-free. On the other side of that, it has not gone well. And I had one that was amazing. But every other one was really...
a phlebotomist, do they call them?
Kind of bumpy. Well, thanks, Tom. I talked to a lady who told me that I said, oh, so you're a phlebotomist. And she goes, no, I'm a registered nurse. And points at her badge that has a big white RN on a red background.
So she's capable of doing phlebotomy procedures, but she does other things.
They have, listen to me, and I'm going to try to explain this. They have a screen they bring in with people they can't do that easily, and they have a mini ultrasound. They put it on your arm, and you can see
the veins.
Your veins. Shut up, Pat. And they can see your veins, and they can see the needle going into the vein in like a 3D. So they're looking at your arm, but looking up on the screen. It's amazing, the technology. Wow. Willie, we're never going to die.
I'm never going to die.
By the time you get sick,
this medical technology, oh my goodness, they're going to figure it all out.
I did hear a guy, a very serious scientist, being interviewed, and he goes, we'll be able to extend human life to 150 years. That's the good news. The bad news is they're not going to have that developed for long enough that none of us will be here for it.
Right.
So, but eventually.
And 150 years, that 135 to 150 is going to be...
Yeah, that's a fun time.
The term quality of life's not going to...
Good-looking fella, right?
But you're going to be alive.
I believe we have a 100-year-old person in the news today, but we need to get back to the sports page. What have we missed here?
Okay, well, we're right in here.
Stupid world record.
A gentleman in the United Kingdom, he couldn't find it, has broken the Guinness World Record for the farthest tortilla throw.
Wow.
Again, wait a minute. So we have the world's biggest hamburger in Mexico.
Right.
And the farthest tortilla throw is in the UK?
United Kingdom. 24-year-old Oliver Miles. Hello.
This should have been in Mexico.
Things are going global now, old man. Deal with it.
He threw it. Yeah. Wait a minute. That might really catch on, old man.
Oh, boy.
I kind of like that.
This is
time to hear that.
This is confusing for kids. No one ever said, "Well, we're going on a we're foodies. We're going to go on a tour of England." Oh, really? With some boiled meat? No, you want to go to Mexico? Have some great food.
Anyway, 24-year-old Oliver Miles threw a tortilla 90 feet 11 inches.
Corn or flour?
Oh my gosh!
I don't think it
does. It matter?
They're probably separate records. Than knowing how the Guinness people parse this stuff out.
Then you have the 12-inch tortilla, or are you talking the 6-inch tortilla?
Yeah.
Oh, and hey, by the way, the title was once held by David Rush, who broke the record in 2019 by throwing tortilla 54 feet 5 inches. But this is 90 feet. This is out there. This was like Bob Beeman in Mexico City.
This is Frisbee stuff. Right?
Miles, who already plays Ultimate Frisbee, said that he picked up the hobby during the pandemic. He said,
"Yes, it is a super silly world record. I can't believe I'm the person who can throw a tortilla the farthest."
Did you see the video?
In the world.
No.
The reason I think he threw it that way is because as soon as he whipped out that tortilla, I could see the Virgin Mary's silhouette on it.
Ah.
We have had one of those stories in a couple of years.
Yeah, isn't there a toaster that you can put silhouettes on toast?
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
like NFL logos.
But every couple of years, we'd get the story about someone, and they'd be frying up a tortilla, and they would see the image of Jesus or whoever they were into on it. But in any event, corn tortilla, or we don't know what kind of tortilla.
Are you allowed to take the tortilla and wad it into like a softball and throw it that way, or does it have to remain flat?
I'm sure
Frisbee style?
It would go much farther as a frisbee.
I would think.
Yeah.
Really?
Because aerodynamics would enter into it at a point.
It becomes a wing.
Keep it aloft.
As opposed to a wad of dough.
And remember, when given a choice between a wing and a wad,
you got to go.
Take the wing.
Yeah, always take the wing.
Yeah. Isn't there a dirty version of Top Gun called The Wing and the Wad, where they don't cut away from the bedroom?
Might be.
He jumps out the window, lands on the kid.
Oh boy.
Sorry. I want to talk about something because Pat and I were talking in the hallway a couple days ago. We have another interesting science thing. You're talking about having a phlebotomist draw blood. And God bless them. That's a tricky business.
I couldn't do it.
6 tries.
Scientists in Japan
have created living human skin for robots, chick.
Living human skin.
Yep. According to Science Daily, robot skin is typically made from silicone, which can mimic human appearance but falls short when it comes to delicate textures like wrinkles and lacks skin-specific functions. This new robot skin is made with collagen and human dermal fibroblasts, and the resulting skin is water repellent, offers self-healing functions with the help of a collagen bandage, and allows the robotic finger to curl and stretch.
Yikes.
So, obviously, the first thing I imagine that this is going to end up in or on would be a sex robot. Mm-hmm. I think that's a safe bet with that feel. But, Pat, you said you've got a little melody for this?
Well, I have Frank here. I think it just...
I can't see him.
Frank! Hey, everybody. Good morning.
There he is.
Chick, it's good to have you back.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Let's get right to it. Bring the piano up there.
Ace
piano. Button.
Piano. It's
up, he says.
Hold on there.
Gotta plug it in then?
Is it warming?
It's all plugged in. I don't know what's going on over here.
Is this the letters O and N?
It's on. Trust me. Something's wrong over here.
You want to push the button again? See?
We may have to come back to it. I can have Jose play the guitar there over there. It wouldn't sound as...
What happened? Hey, you want to take
in here now.
You know what we need? We need a steak break. That's what we need.
Before we get, I got a letter right here.
All right.
It says, "Dear Your Magnificence." This must not be for anybody in this room. I ordered my brother's steaks from Omaha Steaks for Father's Day early, so he'd get them while I was home from driving
his
my
keyboard's
truck.
on top.
Not now.
You gotta work it.
Sorry, Tommy.
My brother grilled the steaks. The whole family loved them. Thanks for the suggestion. Greg from Beattyville, Kentucky. Stay magnificent. excellent. Well, thank you, Greg. And those are Omaha Steaks, of course. You want to tell me more about Omaha Steaks?
For just $99, limited Dad Wants Steaks package includes 16 entrees that love the smoky, tender, bacon-wrapped filet mignons, gourmet jumbo franks. Those are amazing. The air-chilled, boneless chicken breast, and for dessert, the caramel apple tartlets. And as a special gift for our listeners, when you type BTS into the search bar and order Dad's Want Steaks package, you also get 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers. Seriously, you can't beat the value of this deal. Do it today. That's omahasteaks.com. Keyword BTS. Father's Day is Sunday. Send Dad more than just a gift. Send him an experience he'll love and can share with you, and he can be the boss of the grill boss.
What did your dad want?
Steaks.
What does Steaks want?
Dad.
To be eaten by dads would have been the... Okay.
omahasteaks.com. Type BTS into the search bar and save over 50%. That's half. When you order the Dad's Want Steaks package, you'll get 16 entrees, 4 desserts, 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers. Order today. That's omahasteaks.com, and show us some love. Put the keyword BTS in there.
Your dad doesn't want a tie. He wants steaks, and they come in a great big foamy box, and they're frozen, and everybody's happy.
Cooler.
Right?
That's
okay.
right.
They're in a cooler? That's what it's called? Okay, good. When we come back...
World record.
How's it going over there, Elvis?
Quincy has figured it out.
Okay.
No more digital pianos, Quincy. Bring a real one in here.
Be right back with a song. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yeah, you are. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison. It is Bob and Tom 24/7. Have some laughs and help send some kids to summer camp. It's a night of live comedy this Friday at the Irving Theater, East Washington, right there in the heartland, Indianapolis, Indiana. The doors open at 6:30. The show begins at 7:30. An all-star lineup: Willie Griswold, Jeff Oskey. My gosh, it's Josh Arnold, and there's the man with the #1 comedy album in the country with his guitar on stage singing his songs, Pat Godwin, hosted by Tom Griswold and, my gosh, Chick McGee. Gallbladder free. For tickets, go to bobandtom.com/comedy show.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Matt Carpenter homered twice, tied his career high with 7 RBIs, powering the Yankees to complete a weekend sweep of the Cubs 18-4 for their 11th win in 12 games. Elsewhere in interleague action, Houston beat Miami 9-4. Mets beat the Angels by a score of 4-1. American League winners: Cleveland, Toronto, Tampa Bay, Baltimore, Texas, and Boston. And in the National League, Atlanta, Milwaukee, Arizona, Cincinnati, Colorado, and San Francisco all win. WNBA last night, Chicago, Seattle, and Indiana win. And in overtime, Phoenix beat Washington. And Game 5 tonight of the NBA Finals in San Francisco. Series tied at 2 games apiece between the Warriors and the Celtics. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, I'm Marty Gleckman for Casket Carnival.
It's a Casket Carnival. You won't lose your shirt. It's a Casket Carnival. When we shovel on the dirt, we'll make sure you really save before we stick you in the grave. We won't steal from you. Casket Carnival.
We've got lots of games and prizes, and since many of our coffins are scratch and dent or gently used models, we pass the savings on to you at Casket Carnival. And don't forget to say hello to our lovable mascot, Embalmo the Clown.
Hey, yeah, there. Thanks for coming to the Casket Carnival. You're really gonna dig our prices there. Don't forget to ask about our layaway plan, huh? Hey, geez, what's wrong with these people? I'm dying up here, huh? At the cremation station, we want to earn your business. You know, sometimes I wish I were dead.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
All right, this magician, he gets his job on a cruise ship. So he's working this cruise ship, and he does his act every night. In the front row is the captain of the ship with a parrot on her shoulder. So every night he does his act. Well, by the third night, the parrot starts figuring out his magician's act. So he starts heckling the magician, and it's in his sleeve. It's under his hat. His assistant has it. So that night, they hit an iceberg, and the ship goes down. The magician wakes up floating on a piece of driftwood, and the parrot is sitting on the end of the driftwood, and they stare at each other for 2 days and don't say a word. They just look at each other all mad. Finally, the bird goes, "I give.
Where's the boat?
Oh, yeah.
Don't know what to give a certain dad for Father's Day? Well, how about a gift he'll open every day? A membership to Bob and Tom VIP. The link to get it is right at the top of our website, bobandtom.com.
So I get on the plane to go up to do this movie, and sitting across from me, I didn't see him get on the plane because I was doing my own thing or whatever, is Ed McMahon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And God bless him.
Ed.
Yeah, he's been on the show. He's been in here a couple times.
I love him.
He's great.
I mean, he looks 107, but he's had a very, very admirable life and
Marine, veteran, combat veteran.
Exactly. So anyways, I'd done the show, as you mentioned, with he and Johnny many, many times. But so I didn't realize he was on the plane, so we hadn't spoken. We hadn't even made eye contact. And 7 seconds into the flight, he's fast asleep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, God bless. But I couldn't resist.
Uh-oh.
I went up behind him about 15 minutes into the flight when he was snoring. I went up behind him and into his ear I said, Ed, we're back. He's such a great sport. He shot up in his seat and he said, yes.
Yes, sir.
Hi-oh.
Jim, we mentioned you are a tall man.
Yes.
6'6", huh?
6'6". Are you a single guy or married guy?
I just got married.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes.
How's that going?
First timer?
Yeah, first timer.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
I'm learning, very slowly. I'm learning, when women get married, they take the guy's name, and I'm learning that us guys are also given. My married name is somebody. Somebody's got to take the trash out. At first, I was like, is he talking to somebody else? Is there somebody else here?
Somebody.
Shouldn't we be on a first name basis by now?
Well, someone's going to have to go to the hardware store, and somebody's going to have to put this table together.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, chick.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Jeff Oskey.
Hey, buddy.
In Josh Arnold's space. Josh on vacay. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee at the sports desk. Above ground, and here's Tom.
Oh, good to have you above ground, Chick.
Thank
and
you.
Hey, Frank, you in there?
Frank.
Okay.
I'm going to try
Right
this
here.
again.
Hey,
Get that piano working.
Did Frank find his piano player?
Yeah, Quincy's here with me.
Okay, Quincy. Good to see you, Quincy. We're talking about these sex robots. Well, not really. We were talking about this Japanese group of scientists that have developed a robotic skin that's actually in part made of human skin.
Yeah.
And the idea is that as robot technology advances, they'll be able to make it feel more and more like human skin.
It's creepy.
Yeah, which I think is obviously going to lead to some... I mean, sex robot seems to be the obvious thing. Now, would you license a sex robot that looked just like you?
No.
What did I...
Yeah, Josh is going to say.
What if they would give you
We're
$1 million?
leaving money on the table.
Yeah,
What?
What if they would give you $1 million?
What if a guy came in and said, let me show you some numbers?
What if your name wasn't directly attached to it and it was just called like Blonde Radio Gal or something?
With glasses.
Yes.
With or without glasses. It's up to you.
Were you here for the glasses revelation?
Oh, that Josh likes women with glasses?
No,
Josh
Oscar.
Oskey.
Oh, I had no
And
idea.
French manicures. So he's been
Oh,
sitting
yeah.
here for years, I guess.
Yeah.
Oscar makes it, even if they don't have glasses, he keeps them at his bedside table.
Those are my readers. Those are.
Are you stealing? Are you taking trophies when you're taking women in the van? What's going on over there?
Oh, speaking of stealing, he was wearing your glasses on Friday.
Who?
Oscar. He pulled a real Godwin.
These?
Yeah. Throw them away.
Oh,
Well, no.
they look okay.
Let's-
I'll have
so,
to check them
Frank,
later.
we're talking about robot skin. Are you in there?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay.
This robot's got human-like skin. And if it could talk, it would say, "It's creepy, I know, like crepe paper over the guts of me." She says it really brings out the filthy human slut in me. This robot broad's got real human-like skin. Yeah, swing it a bit. Oh, it's here now.
Yeah.
Robot skin made in a lab. That's nice. I said to myself, these sex robots, you know, they came out pretty well. I look at her and say, darling, you know, my member is starting to swell. She's got real human-like skin. Hold it out, Quincy. Skin.
Okay, that is the most ridiculous song you've ever heard.
Thank you very
But
much.
now, consider the source. When I was a kid, the first time I heard that song, I've got you under my skin. What is it? A song about zits? It is really not that. I mean, it's a nice melody, but what ridiculous lyrics.
Yeah, that's Cole Porter.
I've got you under my skin.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Let's try it again without the piano.
That wasn't.
I like the conversation with the accompanist, Quinn, I believe his name.
Quincy?
Quincy.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
Quincy Jones.
So thank you very much, Quincy. We have to get back.
Oh, let me grab that, will you? Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Good morning, Donnie. How are you, sir? I got a nice letter, Donnie. Apparently, you did a really nice program over the weekend, the Donnie Baker live show. You've got fans out there, Donnie.
Well, thanks. Maybe I need Quincy to write an intro song for me then.
Good.
Matter of fact, I need Quincy to write a hate song for my neighbor Mitchell. I'm about to file a complaint against him.
What's wrong?
He bought himself a parrot, and he keeps it on his front porch, and this damn parrot squawks all day and squawks all night.
Yikes.
And I ain't sure why he insists on keeping it outside. I mean, the fact remains, he lets his horse-faced wife sleep in the house. I swear to God. And why come anybody wants a parrot anyways? They're basically the dicks of the bird world.
Really?
They are. And they're also little spies. You know, my Uncle Lester's parrot, Toucan Sam, ruined his and my Aunt Gertie's marriage.
How?
Because Lester got busted one Thanksgiving when Toucan started squawking, my wife's at work, now take off your top. I swear to God. And my Aunt Gertie divorced him on the spot in front of everybody.
Really?
Took him for everything. His bass boat and his billy bass and all four of his goat teeth. Solid good. So now he can only chew on the left side of his face. And the only thing Lester got in the divorce was the damn parrot.
Oh, that's a shame.
You know? I'll stop by his apartment once to see if he's interested in buying like a gently used boat. I'm waiting to hear back. But it was depressing because the only furniture he had was a futon mattress on the floor of the living room, and his stupid parrot Sam was in the corner. And now the only thing Toucan Sam says is, money's on the counter, are you a cop, are you a cop? I know, it's weird. Like, why come he asked that over and over? I'm better around. Looks like Mitchell just left for work, so I'm going to sneak over and teach his parrot to say a few things. See if this works. Walk, you're hung like a mouse. Walk. Bring me inside, you dick bastard.
Parrot. Talking parrot.
We had a parrot growing up.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, we were parrot people.
Don't they live to be 50 or 60?
Yeah, we ended up, it was so annoying that we ended up donating it to my high school. And it was at my high school for like a year.
What?
And all the kids taught it to curse. So you'd just be walking down the hallway and you'd just hear this parrot at the top of the lungs just
Did you
blurt
go to
out.
a Catholic high school?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's why it was great hearing the parrot curse.
Wow.
I think my biology teacher ended up taking it home. But yeah, that thing was, it would mimic our guinea pig. Because if you have a parrot, you have to have a guinea pig.
Sure, why not?
It's all part of the
Boy,
white
it was
trash.
a real menagerie over
Oh,
there,
yeah.
wasn't it?
But the parrot and the guinea pig would talk, like the parrot could do the guinea pig sound. And so it was great.
What was the guinea pig sound again?
Wait a minute. Hold it. That was amazing.
Let me hear the guinea pig sound again.
Oh, wait a minute. Go.
That's
it. Can you hear this?
Yeah, I don't think anyone else can, but okay.
that sounds just like a guinea pig.
Yeah.
And they would talk back and forth.
Yeah,
huh?
they would go back and forth, and like my parents would get mad at the bird and put it out in the garage because they would and you couldn't tell if they would be calling back and forth through the wall. They'd be missing each other.
Oh my God.
Aw.
Oh boy,
That's a Disney movie waiting to happen, right? The parrot and the guinea pig. Maybe Starsky and Hutch or something. Name them that. Or...
Well, no, we have to. Have we completed sports?
No, sir. We've got one more of these. Stupid with that one guy.
Oh, no.
Yep, David Rush has reclaimed the Guinness World Record for the longest time to balance a chainsaw on the forehead. Dave reclaimed the Guinness World Record for the longest time. He tackled the record in 2017 with a time of 5 minutes and 1 second. His mark beaten by a time of 6 minutes, 48 seconds. To take back the title, David got serious. He managed to balance a chainsaw on his forehead for a total of 31 minutes and 25 seconds.
Now, the chainsaws aren't operating. Is that correct?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Discovered that they were not operating.
I mean, because if anything goes wrong...
Because it would be shaking, wouldn't it?
That would be a tougher record.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if anything goes wrong, you could slice your arm off.
Right.
That's the danger.
Not to mention cutting your head in two.
Yeah.
David said it was a special record to break as the cover of his book. David Rush has a book.
Yeah.
Features a photo of himself balancing a chainsaw on his forehead. Look for that wherever there are paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
I obviously the blade isn't engaged. I don't think it's running.
No.
That'd be really hard in your ears, and you don't want to be doing a stunt where if anything
It'd be
goes
bad for your ear hearing.
No, I mean it would be.
It cut your head off.
That's the issue.
No, if you slipped, you could get an unwanted sex change. Well, I wasn't really trans, but after the chainsaw thing,
that must be a record dangerous enough that no one's even trying it, right?
Well, of course. I don't think they allow
I remember
that.
there was a guy that did the juggling, and he had like an apple, a ping pong ball, and a chainsaw. Again, I don't think the blade. I think it was fake. I would hope it would be fake. I don't want to see that.
No.
So, in any event, Mr. Rush gets yet another record. Good.
Do we have a running tally on how many he has?
Apparently, there's someone that has more than he does. But again, some of the records are very obscure.
I'm remembering he's in the 2,000 and some records, but the guy who has most records, 8,000 and something.
Oh, wow.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a record that he, A, hasn't gone bankrupt, and B, hasn't gotten divorced.
Yeah.
He's spent so much time doing these records. Does he go to work?
Yeah, does he?
I don't know.
He's a teacher, isn't he?
I think so.
Whatever he's doing is half-assed. He's
never there.
All he concentrates on these records.
He's just looking at message boards for weird things.
I wonder
what
he's trying to get a sponsor so he doesn't have to do anything else.
What's his opinion? I wonder what his opinion of the dumbest record that he has is. Because some of them are pretty dumb.
Well, get him on the phone. We've had him on the phone before.
Didn't he put a bunch of shaving cream on his head, and then his pal had to throw ping pong balls into the shaving cream?
Something like that.
Yes.
I mean, that is silly as anything.
We could beat that, Willie. Let's do that. Let's beat one of these records.
That's how these records start. Someone goes, "Yeah, we could do that," and then you try it, and it becomes you see how difficult it is.
Like the stacking the M&M one. Remember that? It was only like 5.
yeah.
We're like 5. That sounds like it should be really easy to do, but apparently it's not.
Got a letter.
Here it is.
Dear Bob and Tom Show. It's nice to have Mr. Oskey sitting in for Josh Arnold today. By the way, did Jeff Oskey know he was going to be on camera today and still showed up dressed like that?
He looks good.
That's what he wears every day.
What do you want? I'm not going to go out and buy new clothes just because I get to play radio for
do
the
what
day.
Godwin does. Go in my office, grab a shirt.
Yeah, he says, go back there, take some.
You get a shirt. You get a shirt. You get a shirt.
You look just fine, Jeff.
Thank you.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it, it's worth checking. How does someone watch this show?
Well, they can check us out on our YouTube channel. They can buy our VIP for extra added content.
And it makes a great Father's Day.
Which is this
Sunday. Yeah.
Okay.
Sunday.
Christy and I were arguing off the air.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of it.
She bought the fake Sudafed.
No, we're not doing
Let's
this on
not
air.
talk about
Are you
this on the air.
serious?
No, it's that doesn't have the.
It works.
No, that's like non-alcohol beer.
No, it's not. It works.
If you don't get it from the pharmacist,
Here's
it's not
what's
the real
happening.
stuff.
Tom likes the Sudafed with the meth active component.
Yes.
And they're obviously
I
trying to
choose
take
not
that
to.
out.
That health food Sudafed.
I know
And
you
they're
don't smoke pot, but you're like a secret druggie. You like getting like the Sudafed that's strong.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Okay, well, again, that's like having alcohol-free beer.
It works for me. It
Listen to
works
this.
very fine. What?
No. Listen to this this guinea pig in the studio.
That's my sinus is not clearing.
That's amazing.
It's visual, but the face you make is insane when you do it.
I brought you Flonase. Use that.
Oh, where did I do it?
I don't know.
How about use it as a suppository on Friday?
How about a neti pot? You ever try a neti pot?
Yeah, those are
Flonase
good.
I almost drowned with one of those.
Of course you did. Don't you almost drown in the shower every morning?
He's in there waterboarding himself.
Yes, it was the worst. Thank you.
Leave yourself alone, will you?
I want to.
Flonase will take care of it.
Has anybody heard an update on the chocolate thing?
What chocolate thing?
The two guys?
And when did you grow up in Brooklyn? Chocolate.
Chocolate thing, yeah.
Hey, what's going on with this chocolate thing?
Yeah.
Oh, the two guys that fell into the chocolate vat?
Two people fell into a vat of chocolate.
They're fine.
Did you hear about this?
Oh, is that, wasn't it the Willy Wonka plant?
Yeah.
Is that where that happened?
No.
It was close to Hershey, Pennsylvania. It was.
They're okay? I just want to make sure they're okay.
Well, it would have to be. I don't think they're...
Because maybe you'll appreciate this.
Okay.
When I heard this story, I said, oh, that reminds me of the famous Smothers Brothers gag.
Oh.
And
None of us knew what he was talking about.
See, Chick already said Willy Wonka.
Already said Willy.
Willy Wonka is the reference here.
Yeah, not.
Is it then when
Smothers Brothers.
The Smothers, I've got it right here. The
is
Smothers
there
Brothers.
conversation back and forth about it?
Yeah,
and
the
they
Smothers Brothers. I think this is from. I could be wrong. I think this is from Live at the Purple Onion, one of the famous comedy albums of the era.
I have not heard that.
And but the news story was two people fell into a giant vat of chocolate.
Firefighters rescued the two unnamed individuals after they fell into a tank of chocolate at the Mars M&M factory in Pennsylvania. Brad Wolf of Lancaster County 911 dispatch told CNN that fire crews had to cut a hole in the side of the tank to get them out. Both patients were transported to the hospital for treatment. I read later that they're okay? Suffered minor injuries. Yes.
Okay, so here's the Smothers Brothers. This is a very short piece, but see if you've ever heard this, Chick. I thought that was funny when I was a kid.
The audience was
See, Tom was really the brains in the outfit, and Dick was.
Okay.
They just like to make troubles. What the Smothers Brothers did.
They raise a good point, though. If you yell chocolate, people aren't going to come.
Certainly. It's like the Professor Backwards. Do you remember that? When he was strapped in an elevator, he kept yelling, "Pla, pla." Professor Backwards.
Professor Backwards. I see.
Pla, pla. It's the same type of joke.
Yeah, okay.
Professor Backwards. Help
is backwards. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. But the people that fell in the chocolate are okay.
Yeah.
How would you fall into a vat of chocolate?
They don't know how they fell into
Maybe
it.
they were pushed.
Yeah.
I kind of understand it if you work there and it's just one person. But how do two people?
Maybe one guy fell in trying to get the other guy out. That's what I'm
Is there
thinking.
a catwalk over the chocolate?
What is it?
A catwalk.
The story I read said it was waist high.
What is it?
It was waist high.
Waist high.
Why couldn't they just stand up?
What?
Wow, again.
Why'd they have to go to the hospital if it was waist high?
I don't know. When I heard it, I don't know about you, but I snickered a little.
Oh my God! They put something in me that makes me appreciate puns. When in the hospital. Oh my God!
You gotta go back.
I'm sorry.
You snickered?
Is that sports?
Do you know they make a chocolatey payday? I watched a lot of regular television over the weekend.
What?
Yeah, it's like the payday bar with the nuts and whatever's in the inside of it. But then they cover that in chocolate.
I did not know that.
Chocolatey payday. I had no idea. There's stuff going on out there, Tom, that we don't have any idea about.
You ever had the fudge brownie M&Ms? I mean, it's a revolutionary candy.
Fudge brownie M&Ms?
It is insane, man. And then you can put them like bacon bits, but you take those onto ice cream, and it's like bacon bits on a salad. You're elevating the dessert dish.
How big are they?
They are, I don't know.
Regular size M&Ms?
Just a little bigger than the regular size M&M.
M&M's doing what Oreo's done. They are making every flavor under the rainbow.
And I don't know why they did this. They make giant M&Ms.
Yeah.
You get like 4 or 5 in a package or something. They're stupid.
How big are they?
They're like this. They're like a dinner plate. Yes.
These are all great ideas. And they're not. God bless America. You'll never see the commies doing this.
That's true.
You're not going to go over to Russia and find great flavored M&Ms. No way.
Can we lighten up on saying Russia and talking about Russia right now?
Well, no. I mean, what are they doing? They're invading another country. We're over here creating really cool M&Ms. Go USA, is what I say.
Yeah.
We have an update, interestingly enough, on the McDonald's franchises that were closed in Russia last month.
Yes.
A bunch of them have been obviously, I don't know if they were sold or what, but they're reemerging with a new name and a new thing. So we can find out about that when we come back.
All right, sir.
Also, weird seatbelt news.
And we also have kind of a sports story, but I kept it for myself because there's a twist involving a fish.
And Jeff, you know that when they fell in the vat of chocolate, Tom heard about it and snickered. Did you know that? Did you know that? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He snickered. Yeah.
Also, we have a little bit of a Snoop Dogg in the news.
The shizzle and the shizzle.
Oh, the shizzle. Thank you very much.
Have you seen his, what is that, Snoop?
The beer commercial?
Yeah, or whatever. Andy Samberg's in one of them. But that jacket he's wearing, I have to have that jacket.
Mm-hmm.
I will wear that jacket on stage if we can find it by Friday. That jacket is amazing.
Okay, we'll look. We do have a special event coming up Friday. Check the Bob and Tom website. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Don't know what to give a certain dad for Father's Day? Well, how about a gift he'll open every day? A membership to Bob and Tom VIP. The link to get it is right at the top of our website, bobandtom.com. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Boy, this week in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky sure has a lot of dummies in town. It's the annual ventriloquist convention.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show. I'm sorry? What did you say?
From the ventriloquism convention?
Yeah. And I'm not moving on this.
I can tell.
We can tell.
I can tell your lips are pretty still there. Jerry, what's the name of your partner?
Timmy.
Timmy?
It's Julie.
Can Timmy? Can Timmy speak into the phone? Hand him the phone.
You're going to drink some water.
Drink some water while talking to us. Okay, great.
Go ahead.
I'll have to call you back.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Hey, don't forget about Bob and Tom tonight, a video webcast of highlights of today's show tonight. You might see some Reno Collier. You could see some Greg Warren, but you'll definitely see highlights of today's show tonight. Check it out on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel, our Facebook page. See bobandtom.com for more details. We call our little show Bob and Tom Tonight. We hope you check it out. It's a Monday. What else you got going on? Check it out tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I command you. That should work. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Country music star Toby Keith has announced he's been undergoing treatment for stomach cancer. The multi-platinum selling singer, friend of the show, reported on Twitter he's had surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation all in the past 6 months. The Oklahoma native says his outlook so far so good, but he needs time to breathe, recover, and relax. Keith, who turns 61 next month, says he looks forward to spending some time with his family, but he will, quote, see fans sooner rather than later. The Voodoo Fest Music and Arts Experience will take yet another year off. Organizers have announced the festival will not happen this year. Voodoo Fest usually is held Halloween weekend and was last staged in 2019. The pandemic forced the festival to take 2 years off. Organizers did not give a reason for the cancellation or what they call a pause, but say more updates will be posted on social media. And in the battle between fighter jets and prehistoric beasts, dinosaurs have prevailed. Jurassic World Dominion has captured first place at the box office. dropping Top Gun Maverick to second. The Jurassic World sequel earned $143.4 million in ticket sales in North America, recouping nearly all its reported production budget in one weekend. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Don't know what to give a certain dad for Father's Day? Well, how about a gift he'll open every day? A membership to Bob and Tom VIP. The link to get it is right at the top of our website, bobandtom.com.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I used to have a corporate job, but I figured why should I have a job that pays $200 a day when I could be a comedian and make that in a week? All right. There we go. I like going to job interviews. They're the worst interviews. Greg, before we get started, would you like something to drink? No, thanks. Had a few beers before I came in. Do you have any experience? I don't even have an appointment. They always ask you questions where they try to make you sabotage yourself. Have you noticed that? They're like, so tell us, where do you think you could use improvement? As if you're going to say, well, I am seething with hostility. I've got a debilitating character flaw. I cannot stop throwing staple guns. Does this look like ringworm to you? You know. Tell us about yourself. Well, I've got pink eye and my foot's asleep. Got matching silverware for the plate in my head. I think I can fly. I collect ointment. What can you bring to our company? Head lice. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Next to you in the dumpster behind the airport. Where do I start? How do you like my weight belt?
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
We're talking about those encounters that you have and what things are spoken. We've heard, for example, this morning, Chick, you want to review a couple of
Choke me, you dirty bastard. I'm going to be going like a freight train. The other one woman screeched like an owl.
Go to line one.
Okay. Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
This is Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
Hi.
What have you heard or said, Jenny?
What have I heard? I've heard, that's what I'm talking about.
Could you do that again, Jenny? That made my morning.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
I need that isolated for my sports intro.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is so funny. Do it again.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, listen, hey, Jenny, where are you from, by the way?
Patterson, from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, sure. That's famous.
Yeah, you know, small.
Sure.
Thugged out town. You know, it's tiny. So small, we used to get robbed by people we knew.
Small.
People like, stick them up. I'm like, Andre? I'm going to tell your mother, man. By the way, how is Aunt Carol? How's she doing? I'll come home for dinner.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schlitz, but for me, it's
Bob and Tom.
Right there, as a matter of fact.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Welcome back, Chick.
Thank you, dear. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
Hi, there's Jeff Oskey.
Yeah.
I love Jeff as part of the show. I forget who was there before. There's Ace Cosmic manning the track phone hotline hot phone.
He said in for you. Did you know that?
I know. He does a nice job. He's the only one who sits over here and touches stuff and works and is he's a part of my workstation family. I don't mind him when he sits here.
Oh.
He doesn't F with the chair.
No, I don't.
There are some people that F with the chair.
Just don't smell your glasses.
Did he stick my glasses?
He keistered him.
Boys.
Hi, Willie.
Hey, man. Sorry,
I am Chick McGee, and I don't have a gallbladder. You go, hi, Chick.
Oh,
Hi, Chick.
Thank you very much. Here's Tom. Do you have your gallbladder?
Yeah.
You got all your organs? I would imagine when you have an organ taken out, there's some sort of family tradition where you have the organs, and it goes to the Organ Hall of Fame and the Griswold wing of the.
Do you have your tonsils?
This is my
I
father's
do. I've got
tonsils.
everything in there.
No kidding.
I think so.
I don't have my tonsils.
In fact, I got bonus stuff.
Yes,
What do
you
you mean?
do.
You got a sixth toe,
I've got an extra valve made out of heart stuff.
Oh, that's
from a cow.
They didn't replace a valve. They just
Take
put
out
an
some
extra
valve.
Oh, I
Put
thought they left the old one in. No, they took that out.
I don't know. Did they?
I don't think there'd be room for
I
the
don't
new
think
one.
they could
Just
have
build a
it.
highway around
They
it.
added one.
My approach to heart surgery was let the pros handle it. You just tell me what to do, Doc. I'm not going to question anything you do.
I was in
Don't
there,
eat
Jeff.
salt.
Don't
well,
drink
I'm going to
coffee.
question that.
Yeah, I was in there. The salt, the
I know.
caffeine, they said
It's
you can't
still-
do it.
Yeah. My favorite part of him when he'll present and he doesn't think anyone's on to him. He's like, well, my doctor just called me just now. It's
I
I
talked to
I can have another coffee.
Talked to my cardiologist friend.
He was having coffee in there. He was having iced teas brought in from some
sure
crazy
he was.
place.
I'm allowed to have, I can have caffeine.
He had a full catering
And
in
the
there,
doctor
man.
came in and said, what are you doing drinking a coffee?
And he goes, well, the other doctor told me I could have it. So
There
I
it
don't
is.
think. You're like someone that goes, yeah, I have a girlfriend. She goes to another school. But you go, I have a doctor. He goes to another school.
That's exactly what
And he
you're
tells me
like.
that I can have coffee and pastries and salt on everything.
We just had an article last week about how people that live extra long they live long because they drink coffee.
2 cups a day. You drink 20.
That's because I'm going to live even longer.
No.
See, that used to be my rule with pain medication. If one pill's going to do why wouldn't 12 really help me?
Chick, you're never going to die. You've nothing to worry about.
never gonna die.
With this modern science and technology?
Nope.
Here it is right here, Christy. Research suggests coffee drinkers live longer. In fact, 16 to 21% less likely to die. According to...
that doesn't mean,
by the way,
you know that sentence doesn't mean you're eternal. You know that, right?
This is from 171,000 participants in what was called the UK Biobank, and the research leader was Dr. Chen Mao, M-A-O.
Oh, well, then.
I guess he was chairman of the committee.
Oh, boy.
Doing a Mao Zedong joke there?
Yeah, Chairman Mao. Yeah.
He was the research leader. I bet they couldn't call him chairman. That would be
Well, of course.
really awkward.
Where's he work? The Folgers Institute?
No,
that's
that's a
where
fair
that
question.
study?
This is published in the Annals of Internal Medicine. People who drink coffee will still die, but just a lot later. That's
Okay.
as I was saying before, the best part of waking up is not being dead. So thank you.
Yeah,
very
that
much.
is the best part.
Isn't it nice to know that a coffee called Donut Shop is good for you?
That's what we. That's
one
what
of the
we drink
brands
at our
back
house.
there.
is
We got
Donut
it. We got
Shop.
it right here. I just had some. It's very good. Christy Lee is at the Bob and Tom news desk. Have we missed anything?
A fisherman in Indiana netted an unusual surprise after catching a 20-pound catfish. There was a dildo inside the fish.
Yep.
Hey, Lloyd, what you using for bait?
I use chicken livers.
What are they biting on? Dildos.
Fox 59 reports that Richard Kazar was fishing with his friend John Hoop in Lawrenceburg area when Hoop reeled in the massive catch. Kazar told the news station, quote, "We noticed when we got it to the boat that its stomach was huge. When the pair took the fish home and cut it open, they found a foam ball, part of a fish, and the adult sex toy." Kazar said, quote, "It's definitely something that doesn't happen often."
Do you cook it still?
Yeah.
You would eat that catfish?
Well,
you got it.
I mean, I mean, catfish are bottom dweller. They're eating a
that's
bunch
true.
of horrible stuff anyway.
Catfish are the cockroaches of the sea. Everybody knows it.
It just seems very progressive that Indiana would have a dildo in it. That seems more like a California thing.
I just want to see the guy's tackle box. Man, I think I'll go with the double donger tonight.
There's a vibrator. There's a ring.
Lube that baby up.
There's a tickler.
See, this is why I don't skinny dip.
Why?
Well, because obviously this catfish had a taste for it. You know, once they've seen one of those, you know, you don't want to be. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So you're thinking that a catfish is going to come up and bite you on the...
You think?
Well, the catfish swallowed that.
Do you think there are people out there? Do you know what the noodling process is?
Yeah.
Right? You stick your arm down a hole, and the catfish is in there.
Oh boy!
And you put your arm in the catfish about 2/3 of the way into the body, right? Or some
and
crazy.
pull them out. Ugh.
Do you think there's a guy out there noodling with his
Noodle?
This noodle? Yeah, his noodle.
There was once.
Because the catfish backs into those holes, and that's where they sleep and watch TV and things.
Yeah, that's it.
And when they see something, they think it's an intruder, so they... I bet you there's a guy who's done it.
No.
Several guys. I bet you anything. I bet you.
No.
As long as they can keep their head out of the water, I think they'd probably really enjoy themselves.
Chick, I think you're right.
Thank you.
And I think that every time they do it, I think they always say, "Check this out." I think it 100% happens.
Guess where my Peter is?
Yeah, maybe a drunk once.
Get me some chicken livers and 2 Viagras. I'm going to catch you a catfish.
When they do that noodling, and they shove their finger in the catfish hole.
They use their whole.
I've seen pictures of this, and the guy's arm was all bloody.
Oh yeah, it'll chew it up.
Catfish are disgusting.
Why would you do
And they have
that?
the barbs too. So
I don't know.
Why do people do that?
Couldn't you use a big stick?
Couldn't you use a pole on the bank and have a nice shore lunch?
Yes.
I see. Well, in any event, I will not be skinny dipping again. Have you ever gone skinny dipping, Christy?
No, we've talked about this.
Never.
I haven't.
You've never been at someone's pool and late at night.
No.
Had some wine.
I don't have a lot of friends who have pools.
What about you got friends that have everything else?
Yeah. I thought you had a guy who designed the first in-ground pools, what I thought. No?
I mean, I do have friends that have pools, but I'm not get naked in their pool.
Am I the only one in the room who's skinny dipped?
I've never.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I've seen it for sure. I've seen it.
I've done it.
Go down to the lake.
Ace, you've done it, right?
Does a hot tub count?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Oh, and a hot tub counts?
No.
No. Yeah, don't you have a lake? Your family has a lake house, Jeff.
Yeah, I've seen the snapping turtles I caught out of there. I wear lots of stuff into the lake.
Ugh,
The fun part about doing it at the lake is that you're naked, but you still have your water shoes on because you don't want to get cut by a zebra mussel.
Exactly. That's true.
Big snapping turtles in that lake?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yes.
yeah. I mean, like gigantic.
Size of that you're making a motion the size of a garbage can lid.
Yeah, they're that big.
They're
like
in all
20,
the lakes
30
around
pound
here.
And they
legs.
would lop it right off.
I think so.
Do something.
I'm not gonna find out.
Just like the fish did. That thing, from what I understand, flopping away like a monkey tail.
Monkey tail.
That's what I heard. Long but thin. I'm sorry.
I've been sick. You know that, right?
Speaking of garbage cans, coming up we have, this is the weirdest story. A certain place has developed garbage cans that actually speak in order to encourage people to not litter. They've taught their garbage cans something, and you'll be hearing about what that is and what they're saying, and to see if it'll work to help control litter. Here in America, of course, we have remember the one with the weeping indigenous fellow?
Yes.
Turned out to be a guy from New Jersey. But, yeah, we'll find out what this is all about when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. You know, Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin' Raisin Honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin' Raisin Honey, the cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin' Raisin Honey. Eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, Better get up, get some exercise.
Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy, friend of the show, everybody. Can you say that? No. Hey, Mark Allison here with you. I'm just kidding. You could be friends with Larry the Cable Guy, and I'm none the wiser, so that's fine. I'm just saying, he's been on our show. We love Larry the Cable Guy, and we hope he comes back soon. Bob and Tom, that's what you're listening to on a Monday. We've got Reno Collier on the way. He's played the Grand Ole Opry. Have you? No, you haven't. Maybe you have. Maybe you have. What about Greg Warren? Greg Warren of the Warren Report. That's always fun, and that's coming up as well. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed. A strange loop, an irreverent, sensually frank work about blackness and queerness took home the best new musical crown at the Tony Awards on Sunday as voters celebrated Broadway's most racially diverse season by choosing an envelope-pushing black voice. Michael R. Jackson's 2020 Pulitzer Prize drama winner is a theater meta journey and also won for Best Book. Many of the night's Tonys spread over several productions. A Strange Loop beat MJ, a biomusical of the King of Pop's biggest hits, for the top prize, although Jackson's musical nabbed 4 Tony Awards. Brazil's search for an indigenous expert and a journalist who disappeared in a restive area of the Amazon a week ago has advanced with the discovery of a backpack, laptop, and other personal belongings of the men submerged in a river. The items found Sunday afternoon. That area has seen violent conflicts between fishermen, poachers, and government agents. On Saturday, federal police reported finding traces of blood in the boat of a fisherman who was under arrest as the only suspect in the disappearance, the blood being tested to see if it's connected to indigenous expert Bruno Peraza of Brazil and freelance journalist Dom Phillips of Britain. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
For Father's Day, give Dad total access to the entire Bob and Tom library. Give Dad a membership to Bob and Tom VIP. The link to get it is right at the top of our website, bobandtom.com. Essential morning radio, all day and all night.
You might as well shoot me when the beer runs out.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7.
When I say America, what comes to mind? For me, it's simple. Mom, apple pie, and whole milk. They've been around forever. Let's hope that doesn't change. But did you know this country is actually importing whole milk? Why waste the money shipping milk from overseas when we've got the best darn fresh milk in the world right here on our own soil? You have a choice, America. So the next time you're in the market for milk, look for the flag. Old Glory Whole Milk. Old Glory Whole Milk stands alone. It's the best milk across the board.
Hey, fellas. I'm long-time over-the-road trucker, Floyd Tucker. The next time you crave whole milk, ask your fellow truckers where you can find Old Glory Whole Milk, and then ask if they're a cop. Take it from me. It's something else.
Old Glory Whole Milk. Just say when.
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
We have also new to the show. His name is Ryan Belleville, and Ryan comes to us all the way from Calgary, Canada. See, we established the fact that you played a musical instrument in school, but you weren't real popular.
I wasn't. I like to think I was popular in the Mum Club. But I was not. I was not the coolest kid, really. I know that's hard to believe.
You look like a pretty cool guy. It is hard to believe. Now,
well, that's the thing about comics. It's like they're. Well, I think a lot of comics are pretty cool because you hang out in clubs all the time and you get a little confidence, and you feel like you're doing something a little different. Right. When you go back to the reunions, people are like, "What do you do?" Well, I'm a manager of the regional Blockbuster, and I'm like, ha ha ha! I tell wiener jokes for a living, sucker. So, like, there's that sense of positivity.
That is do you have a card that says that?
That's right. I got a tattoo.
How do you spell sucker?
Suck on that, sucker.
Essential morning radio, all day and all night. This is Bob and Tom.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Glad to have you back, Chick.
Thank you, Pat. There's Jeff Oskey.
Howdy, buddy.
In the Josh Arnold Memorial Chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Never gonna die, Chick.
That's right. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much, Chick. Welcome back. The gallbladder-free Chick McGee.
That's right. That's right.
And
there are two kinds of people. One's with gallbladders and one's without. I'm now one without.
Okay.
No, it's less gallbladder.
Is it a club? Do you guys?
I think it should be. I think without gallbladder, you have a little bit more, I don't know.
Is there a name for them? Like I know.
Mojo for the rest of your body? Gallbladder's not
I'm in the zipper club, I found out.
Yeah, as am I, yes.
I didn't know
There's
that.
a zipper club, yes.
One of my neighbors pointed that out. Here you got the zipper. What? When they do open heart surgery, the kind that I had, they cut you from right down your chest there, and that's apparently called the zipper.
Breastbone and
Yeah, I didn't really want to know the details of it. My breastbone sawn in half, but thank you, doctor. I appreciate it.
It takes 2 years to heal, fully heal.
Yeah, don't get hit in the chest.
Okay, I'll try to avoid that. The point is there like a gallbladder club? Is there?
I don't know. I think there should be.
Is there a special diet now that you have to?
No, only because my gallbladder had not functioned for so long. They don't know when it quit, but it's more than
what
they can even measure. My diet will be unaffected. Yeah.
He said it was years, he thought.
Yeah, at least years. Yeah.
Then it started to go bad on you.
My stones look like capers.
Ugh.
Mushy. It was all mushy.
I hated capers before, and now I really.
It was
those little green things.
Yep. I hate them.
I've got to get the picture.
What do they taste like? I've never even tried one.
Real salty. I love you. You put them with salmon on a bagel.
Right.
Oh, they're the best. They're delicious.
Oh, thanks.
I got a little bite to them. They're good.
Yeah. You don't like them?
No.
I don't seek them out.
I don't think I've ever had one.
I don't think, boy, I wish I had a caper today. I don't do that.
Are we going to have a Wordle argument on the air?
Yeah, this is the crazy. We need to talk about this on the air so you guys will stop.
So Jeff plays with the hard mode on
Willie,
Wordle?
well, first of all, no, my favorite part of this story is Willie looked at Tom like his father. I don't know how long ago. It's a couple years. He goes, you need to start playing Wordle. I'm not going to do any
I don't have time for that.
I don't play internet games.
Yes.
Okay.
So now, of course,
the great Will Shorts.
New York Times.
Guess what?
It's
I
an
do
addiction.
the Times crossword. Well, now he's Wordle obsessed.
Yeah.
And Oskey is doing the Wordle as well. And
Yes.
they were having a little
The idea is to get it within 5 words.
Right.
And you said I was
6. Today
sorry.
it took me 5.
And you were upset about that.
Yes, it took me 5.
I haven't done
today.
it yet, so be quiet. But yesterday you said I got it in 3, and I was quite pleased.
I got it in 2.
And he plays on
I've only gotten it in 2 twice out of every time.
That was the third time I've gotten it in 2.
Have you ever gotten it in 1?
No, never gotten it in 1.
Yesterday's was hard, too.
If you get it in 1, it would just be a guess.
Right.
It's just
Well,
five
that's when
words.
Jeff dropped the bomb that there evidently is.
You don't even play on the hard level.
Yes.
There's a hard level. What Tom's secret, which he keeps telling me, I keep telling him it's illegal. Oh, if I don't, I'll just use a word that doesn't use any of those letters to find out the next letter.
It's legal.
You can't do that in the hard mode.
Yeah, but this is strategy, big guy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you can't do in the hard mode, like walk through Kroger in the produce section.
Make love to a woman.
Look at that guy over there. He's got an erection. Check him out.
Well, congratulations.
Now, there's a lot going on here. First of all, let's talk about Jeff's appearance.
Okay.
Tom cannot believe there's someone who looks like Jeff that actually makes letters. Let's start there. Let's
You know
start
what?
there.
You're right. Yeah.
You show up at the library, they go, "You can't sleep here, sir."
That's exactly right.
Oh, my
There you go.
goodness.
There it is.
Okay.
I'm just here to wash up.
Okay. Well, congratulations. I'm glad you're doing so. He's the only other person here that plays it, so with it, it's
Dean plays
Willie?
it.
I play I told you.
Billy plays it.
Tom,
Dean play every
Tom,
day.
that is your son.
insane.
Will
My
you
name's
take his
Willie.
hand,
I'm your
please?
son. live
I
in
love
the
you, Willie,
same
but
city as you.
we never talk about Wordle.
Yeah, he brought it up to you.
No, you can just stop and we never
I did
talk.
this with
You can
Wordle.
just stop there.
I did this with Dear Evan Hansen. I'm constantly telling you about things. You don't listen
I
to
love Dear
anything
Evan
I
Hansen.
say.
Over the
And then
years, here's
you meet some guy at the car wash that's your new best friend, and you go, "Oh, you don't know Felipe? He's
I
a
know
really
exactly
smart
what
guy."
Chick's gonna say.
His name is Jose.
My favorite thing over the years, and we've all done it.
Yep.
I feel like Dean and I started it, but you tell Tom something, and then you wait.
See how long it comes
2 or
back
3
to you.
days. 2 or 3 days later, he comes back and you tell him, "Hey, have you seen? There's this new system called Netflix. You can get movies." Oh, okay. 2 days later, he'll go, "Hey, did you know there's a system called Netflix?" He does that with everything you talk to him
It
about.
happens to me constantly. You know those pictures of like the president, like when they take office and then 4 years later they look terrible?
Sure.
Have you seen me when I started here? I was fat and happy. I was having fun.
Here we go.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's always kind of a fun game to see like who Tom gives credit to something.
Oh,
for.
I know, isn't it?
Because and what I've learned over the years is like I never stand up and go, wait, that was my idea, because what'll happen is I'll get credit for other people's idea. Oh, Dean had this great idea with it.
Oh, that's true. I never thought of that.
I don't write them all down.
That's a good
I
idea.
never mentioned it.
It
Don't know what
balances
he's
out.
talking about.
Do you play Wordle with the so-called hard? What is it?
Yeah,
again?
you got to put it in hard mode.
Put it hard, buddy.
Hard mode, baby.
Ride hard.
Take those training wheels off.
You're like a child.
little baby.
You're playing kitty Wordle.
Do you, let me ask you this. Do you start with the same 2 words each time?
2 words.
Well, no, because we don't play on easy. We have to
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
change that.
The same 2 words?
This is
Do you,
my
do you
strategy.
start with the same word every
Start with
time?
2 words. You start with 1 word.
This is
I
my
know.
strategy.
And
That
then your second word is the same.
I told him about this strategy that he is. It's now his strategy apparently. I do.
That he came up with.
I do a do and then story, and then that way I get all the vowels out, and then after that, then I make my third move based on that.
Ah, that's good. That's good. That's good strategy.
Yeah.
You are playing on easy as well, you pussy.
Yes. And when I play on easy mode,
By the way,
it's a crayon.
yesterday I started with the word pussy. Didn't work. No wonder it took me 3.
You just like to giggle. You just like to see it up there. Yeah.
You never want to waste 2 letters in the first try.
Haven't tried to Quordle, have you?
Yeah.
4 games at once.
not
No,
fun.
I'm sorry. I don't have that kind of
Oh,
time.
it's like 3-dimensional chess or something.
I'm out.
Way up there.
We have to get back to the news desk. Christy, what's your name again? Okay, Christy with a K.
I think
Okay.
it is. Last I checked.
Well, what have you got?
More than a dozen locations of what were once McDonald's restaurants in Russia have been sold after the American company pulled out of Russia. The former McDonald's have now reopened and rebranded. They are now called
McDonald's ski.
You're not far off. Vikno and Toshka in Moscow and the surrounding region.
Huh.
VKUSNO and TOCHKA.
Vaguzno. Tachka. That's the new McDonald's.
Vikuzno and Tochka.
They
So are they just doing
I
all?
wonder what that means in Russian.
Are they doing McDonald's recipes? I mean, it's
I
just,
don't think so. I think they bought the whatever the buildings. I guess they did the same thing with Taco Bell.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they're not called Trotskys.
Oh, geez.
I am not going to sit here.
I'm not either. I love Taco Bell.
I do too. I'm just saying. And they're no longer there in Russia. They named it after one of their fearless leaders. Khrushchev's didn't really take off.
No.
Okay.
Wonder if that stands for burger and fries. I don't know. I don't speak Russian.
They have the "You will be happy" meal.
They have it's like instead of yellow and red McDonald's, it's like a green and orange, and there's a M on it.
That's the Marriott logo.
But it kind of looks like the Marriott logo.
They're just grabbing logos from us now, aren't they?
They're just
okay.
Just do whatever they want.
Okay. Well,
obviously.
What else have you got?
Inflation's getting so bad.
How bad is it?
Thank you, Chick. That even Snoop Dogg is feeling the effects.
Wow.
The rapper revealed he's given his professional blunt roller a raise, citing inflation as the reason. After UberFacts tweeted that Snoop Dogg pays a full-time blunt roller, what do you think you get paid to do that?
I saw this. It's a lot.
Is it like $60K a year with benefits?
$40,000 to $50,000.
Wow.
Snoop responded in a tweet that read, "Inflation, their salary went up." But he did not reveal just exactly how much his blunt roller is now making. According to the Los Angeles Times, the position does include benefits, including free cannabis and access to exclusive events, all expenses paid.
The main guy in the blunt rolling industry, the spokesman, Zig Zaglar, he's at all the conventions. Everybody lines up to see him. What?
Zig Zaglar.
That's a false premise because Zig Zag's a cigarette maker.
Zig Ziglar.
Swisher Sweets, maybe.
Pistol, the dizzle, and the shizzle. Waiting on the pistol, the dizzle, and the
Well, that's the thing. You would think if the inflation was really hitting him, he would not have a blunt roller. He would just have a joint roller because it only takes like a third of the pot, right?
Yeah.
I think he said that he smokes like 20 blunts a day, and they're all about like just over 1 gram. So it's a lot of pot. It's like over an ounce a day.
Are these to roll a blunt? I mean, it's not that tough, right? I mean,
I can't roll one.
Or are these like origami? Are these like fancy origami blunts that looks like he's smoking a dolphin or something?
No, it's pretty simple, and honestly, it kind of helps you out because you cut it open, and then it kind of keeps the structure. So all you have to do is tuck the one side, lick the top, and then you kind of just...
Is the blunt the one made from a cigar?
Yeah, it's made from a cigarello, yeah. And then you lick the whole
the cigar stuff out?
And then you kind of hit it with a lighter, and then you kind of... It's called curing it, and that makes it kind of hard, and it's not wet.
The truth of the matter is, this guy's just being paid to hang out.
Yeah, I think so. I think in a lot of ways he's like a therapist, you know? He's a guy that hangs
He has to pay for a friend?
Well, what's the guy going to do 8 hours a day? How many blunts can you roll? I mean, I assume this is like a 10-minute process max.
Or you wouldn't buy a friend if you could buy a friend. I know you have many, many friends.
I have enough friends. I don't have to buy them.
All right.
But they'd be there by your side for whatever you would need.
That's right.
That's an assistant. That's not a friend.
Well, that's what maybe.
That's someone who could drive your car for you and keep you off the road,
Yeah.
Menace.
Okay, I'm just saying. I think this is more of.
How fast could you roll 20 blunts, Willie? An hour?
Yeah, in the 30 minutes for sure.
That's pretty good.
Do I get to grind all this stuff
pretty
ahead
good
of
gig.
time?
Yeah.
If it's
pretty good number.
pre-ground, if it's like, you know how like Subway has all the ingredients ready?
Sure.
If it's that with weed, if there's like pre-split blunts and there's like a bunch of ground pot.
Well, the guy's got time to set it all up.
Yeah, I could do it in less than 10 minutes. Easy.
Wow.
You know what? You can set up a wonderful Father's Day for Dad from Omaha Steaks.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that easy.
How do you do that?
In the time I took to tell you that, you could have ordered Omaha Steaks and taken care of your father on Father's Day. It's here. It's Sunday. OmahaSteaks.com. Type BTS in the search bar and save over $50,000 when you order the Dad Wants Steaks package.
You got to do it today, though. I'd say, because Father's Day's coming up this Sunday.
Yeah.
And this is beautiful, especially your dad lives in a different town than you.
Yep.
You can still get a great present, not a tie, but because dads want what?
Steaks.
Thank you very much.
For just $99, this limited time package includes 16 entrees. He will love the bacon-wrapped filet mignons, gourmet jumbo franks. That's jumbo and gourmet at the same time. The gourmet. And their air-chilled boneless chicken breasts. And for dessert, the caramel apple tartlets. And as a special gift for our listeners, when you type BTS in the search bar and show us some love, you order the Dad Wants Steaks package. You also get 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers. You can't beat the value of this deal. It's insane. Type the keyword BTS and send Dad more than just a gift. Send him an experience he'll love and can share with you. Go to omahasteaks.com and type BTS into the search bar and save over 50% when you order the Dad Wants Steaks package. 16 entrees, 4 desserts, plus 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers. That's omahasteaks.com, keyword BTS.
Got love letters about Omaha Steaks already. This one comes to us from Greg in, what is this? Beattyville, Kentucky.
Beatty.
He's on the road as a trucker. He got his brother, who's a dad, some steaks, and guess what? He was smart enough to drive that truck over to his brother's house. That's the key to this. Hey, hey, Ted, how about those steaks I got you? Oh, what are we having for lunch? Steak. That's what dads want. They want steaks. Get this done today from our friends at Omaha Steaks. And it's very simple. Like I said, omahasteaks.com. Keyword BTS, just like that wacky band, except think Bob Tom Show. What's their big hit? I forget.
Butter.
Butter? Okay, good, thanks. Zig Zaglar, you see, is the... this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 7 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time. It saves the world. Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
Treat yourself now at bobandtomstore.com. Brand new hoodies, hooded zips, collared work shirts, the Bob and Tom Show hat, all available for you. Clothing sizes small all the way up to 4, even 5XL. If we don't have your size, check back. Always restocking at bobandtomstore.com. Just go to bobandtomstore.com. Look in that upper left-hand corner for the new tab to see the latest merchandise, and then you will have the freshest gear with the Bob and Tom Show on it. How about that? bobandtomstore.com. If you've never checked it out, what are you waiting for? I command you. That should work. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Federal health officials say kid-sized doses of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccines seem safe and effective for kids under 5. The finding by the Food and Drug Administration is a key step toward long-awaited decision to begin vaccinating the youngest of our American population. Firefighters are responding to a wildfire about 6 miles north of Flagstaff, and it has forced some evacuations. Cocosino National Forest officials say the fire reported at 10:15 a.m. Sunday by a fire lookout. Cause of the wildfire is not immediately known. And officials with the Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority are planning to put sensors in elevators to detect the stench of urine. The MTBA is launching a program that would put sensors in 4 downtown elevators. The data will be collected with an eye toward setting up a system that can alert transit officials to send a cleaning crew. Transit officials say not only does urine stink and creates unsanitary conditions, it can also damage elevators. Atlanta's public transit system tried a similar project about a decade ago. It set off strobe lights and alarms when urine was detected. Maybe you should find a bathroom? And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
We have comedian Nick Griffin. Nick, you were saying that you were a communications major in college, but you have trouble communicating with people.
I think what my big problem is I don't care about the same things that other people care about, you know, and obviously I live in Hollywood and there's constant entertainment news, and you just, everywhere you turn, every little article in the grocery store line. Demi Moore, she has a career, 3 kids, and is going out with a 28-year-old hunk. How does she stay so fit? I don't know, she makes $10 million a movie. That might help. For that kind of money, she could hire a guy who did nothing all day but swat cookies out of her hand. Literally.
Oh, cookie!
Stop it! Stop it!
Get a whole nother guy for cakes and pies.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
He is Ryan Stout,
Hello,
very
Ryan.
handsome young man. Ryan, you're a clean-cut looking young
Absolutely.
guy.
Well, I'm not clean cut, but no profanities for me. I mean, I'm just, I would use it if I thought it was shocking, but I don't think it's shocking anymore, you know, because the profanity, it's everywhere now. It's everywhere. You know, you can't even rent like a nice adult film where a man and another man and maybe a woman have consensual sex in front of a camera without one of the three spewing out profanities. It's awful. It's all F me and my A and S. And it's disgusting, all right?
Blank me now.
I'd like to sit down with my niece and nephew, Jenna and Jameson, in a family environment and watch a nice orgy flick without turning them into potty mouths. Is that so much to ask, America? Where is the FCC when you need them?
Amen.
Folks?
You raise a good point.
Where's your head, America?
First of all, our guest in the studio, comedian Evan Davis. But you live in L.A., so you got to have a car.
You got to have something big. I don't think that's right, man. Housewives driving expeditions. I don't think you should be able to. You should be allowed to drive something that big unless you're really going on an expedition. Like if you're picking up See's candy in a shower curtain, that's not an expedition. No, that's an errand. Yeah, you should have to take the Ford back in a second. I think they should have eye tests at the optometrist for like drivers. Like instead of reading letters off a card, they should have you cover one eye. It's like, is that a roof rack or a cop car?
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
On our website.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey.
There's Jeff Hoskey at the Josh Arnold chair.
What's up?
Hey, man. There's Ace Cosby. Howdy. Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee. Feeling fine. So pseudo. And
You're
here's,
looking great.
Oh, thanks, man.
You need a little color. You're usually very tan this time of year, but
yeah.
You've been inside a hospital in your room for the last week, right?
Yep. And is it true that Josh Arnold took today off so he wouldn't have to talk with
this guy?
Greg Warren?
Yeah.
Is that true?
I don't know. There we go. Hey, Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Oh, nice hat.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
He's got the Bob and Tom cap on. And is that Warren Spahn behind you?
That is Warren Spahn, Tom.
A photograph of the great
Who
Warren
is that?
Spahn. Warren Spahn, a very fine baseball pitcher.
Won 363 games, Christy.
Oh, I
In a
had
row?
no idea.
In a row. Yes, Jeff. That's right.
Not in a row, Jeff. Did you guys fire Josh?
Yep. Finally.
He's gone.
Had it. You saw it coming, Greg.
Yeah, guy was warned several times.
Well, yeah.
He didn't call you or anything? He's on vacation.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
He'll be back tomorrow.
I'm on day, day 5 of quarantine.
Uh-oh.
You got the bug?
Yeah, I got the bug. Man.
Oh, no. How you feeling?
Gonorrhea?
No.
Syphilis?
Do you have to quarantine for that?
You should.
Your genitalia.
Take yourself out of circulation at least.
Usually put police tape up, I would think, or something. Have you been real sick there, buddy? What's going on?
Just tired and like kind of cold stuff,
Yeah.
Sinus stuff. But yeah, other than that, fine.
So you got the COVID? Is that what you're saying?
I got the COVID. Yeah, it's a second time. I had about a year and a half ago.
Will that account for the quality of today's program?
No, I make no excuses,
Okay.
Tom. Yeah.
However,
no excuses.
I guess we'll be the judge of that. I think.
Yeah. If this is terrible, it has nothing to do with COVID.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does it have to do with? What's it all about?
I want to talk about jet skis today, Tom.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we've been talking about
now
those.
jet ski is it's like Kleenex, right?
Check that. You're right on, man.
Yeah.
It's a brand name that sort of evolved into a generic name because it was so popular, like Kleenex.
Yeah.
And man, I worked for a Procter & Gamble for several years, and we sold puffs. And man, if you want to piss off the paper sector people, ask for a Kleenex at Procter & Gamble.
Yeah,
Facial tissue. It's facial tissue.
I'm a Puffs girl. I like them.
But I refer to it as Kleenex.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's like go Xerox this.
Yeah, I don't say go get me a puff.
Xerox, Sharpie, Jacuzzi, Crock-Pot. These are all, brand names that became generic names. So, the guy that is responsible for the jet ski that we know is Clayton Jacobson II, which is disappointing. That doesn't sound like a jet ski guy name. It sounds like a rich, snivel. It sounds like that guy from Benson. What was his character's name? Benson. Yeah.
I really didn't get into Benson.
Benson was the butler, right? Isn't that, am I getting this right?
Yeah, Benson was a butler. The guy's name was Clayton Endicott III, I believe. Yeah, it sounds like a rich guy name. If the guy that invented the jet ski, I want his name to be Randy. You know?
Yeah, sure.
Old Randy's talking about putting a motorcycle on the water. That's what he said,
Yeah, now you're talking.
Yeah, Randy don't put him. Yeah, he's been in his garage working on it all week. And if I know Randy, man, once he gets his mind to something, he's gonna finish it. At one time he made his own Leonard Skinner concert poster, just on his own. He's in there for 2 days. Came out. I mean, if it wasn't spitting image of Ronnie Van Zant. Yeah, so Clayton was kind of a rich guy. He was a banker. However, in his spare time, he was a street racer, bodybuilder, and he worked in auto garages, and he raced motorcycles. And he also crashed motorcycles. And this is true. At one point, he had crashed, and he was talking with a friend in an irrigation ditch in California and said he was picking stones out of his wounds and said, I like the motorcycles. I really don't like the landings. We got to find a better place to land. So I'm going to make a motorcycle on the water. So he got to work. And now, before this, there were some early models in Europe that were in like the 1950s that were very rudimentary. Nobody really liked them. They weren't that fun. They didn't sell. They were called water scooters, which... I get why they didn't sell.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Hey, you want to ride my water scooter? Yeah. Let's make a day of it. Maybe we can play some hopscotch and drink country time lemonade after we get done. So Clayton got to work. Yeah. Clayton got to work on his motorcycle on the water, and he eventually secured a patent. And he entered a partnership with Bombardier. Now, Bombardier, you would know their brand name as Sea-Doo. Mm-hmm. And they, were kind of fooled around with it, didn't come up with much. I think they tried to put something out, but he didn't get the support that he wanted over there at Bombardier. So the day that his patent ended, or his agreement ended with Bombardier, he went over to Kawasaki. And they got to work. And in 1973, they put out the first jet ski. It was the jet ski Kawasaki JS 400, and they sold 200,000 of those things, and that's when the jet ski craze began. Started taking off. You get to 1986, year I graduated high school. That's when the first sit-down jet ski came around, the Yamaha Wave Runner.
Yep.
The original jet ski. Have you ever been on the ones where you stand up?
Yep.
Yeah,
they're
stand
fun.
up. Yeah, they're so much fun.
So much. I like them better than the sit-down ones.
Really?
Yes. They're a little bit trickier, and I think they take a little more skill.
Do you get a lot of spray coming back at you?
Yeah, like a douching,
No.
Oh.
I don't remember. I rode one of those when I was like in the 80s. When I was, I think, early 80s, I think. They were fun. I don't remember any more spray, though, Tom.
No, he's just being a wonderful human being.
Well, you do the 100-yard douche.
I see. Yeah. I see. I see.
Freshen things up a little bit. Got to make sure there's no fish in there. Did you guys ever,
you remember the Suzuki wet bikes?
No.
That was from Arctic Cat, and that was like sort of a very distinctive model. It had like the only one with front steering. It looked more like a snowmobile. It was actually on a ski. They were pretty popular in the 80s. James Bond rode one in one of his movies, and they were also featured in the movie Police Academy 3. That's Back to Training. Now, if you heard a sound of the Suzuki wet bike in Police Academy 3, it could have been the Suzuki wet bike, or it could have been Michael Winslow making that sound with his mouth. He's pretty good at that stuff, man.
Yeah. Still kind of the only one that does it, though. I wonder why that is.
Well, it's pretty hard. I mean, I could do a little of it.
Is that a dog or is that a jet ski?
Yeah. No, that was me, Tom. There's not a dog in here.
Okay.
Fooled me.
I did that, Tom.
Okay. So I'm confused. So the official jet ski is which one now?
That's Kawasaki. That was the Kawasaki. If you
that
go
was
down
a
the
stand-up
list,
ski. Yeah.
that was a stand-up ski, and they moved, I think, into regular jet skis. But the players are Bombardier. They came back, and Sea-Doo is a player now. Yamaha has the Wave Runner. Honda has Aqua Trax, and Arctic Cat has the Tiger Shark. And then there's a new player in the jet ski market. They're called Crash is the name of the company.
Are you serious?
Which, yes. You got to think the in-house counsel over there wasn't crazy about the name. Like, no, guys, this is going to come up in a loss. I really think it's no. We can't call it Severed Head either, or
Ortho Bill, Concussier.
Yeah. Most of you guys, I don't know. None of you own a jet ski, do you?
I used to have 3.
Yeah, Christy, of course.
Yeah, of course.
You had 3 of them?
Yes, we had 2 2-seaters and a 3-seater.
Unbelievable, man. Yeah, I love them. I go every summer when I go to Myrtle Beach. I do them in the ocean.
Oh, I don't.
You take your girlfriend down there to Myrtle Beach?
No, it's just doing a comedy show down there.
Don't you find that salt spray burns your eyes? I don't like them on the ocean.
I love it, Christy. It's where the action is, man. You get the waves. You get air, man.
Yeah, you get
Pat, you get up in the air.
Oh yeah, absolutely, it's fun.
Sure.
It's I always like go. I've never owned one. Someday maybe I will, but I rent them, and that's a whole experience. First of all, when they quote the price, when you look on the internet, it says, whatever, $100 for an hour or something. You're gonna get there, and there's gonna be insurance. And they're really good at selling it. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to buy it, son. You don't have to buy it. But, these are fiberglass. They're fiberglass. And, you crack fiberglass. They don't patch fiberglass. You get it. You got to buy the whole thing. That whole hull. The whole hull. You got to buy for the whole thing, and that's going to run you a lot. Plus, you got to pay for a pair of shoes for every one of them plant workers. What? Yeah, that's right. You don't have to buy it, but I'd spend the 30. I'd spend the 30. I mean, that's 30 per jet. It's 60 per jet ski. So, I'd do it.
And the jet ski rental guys, usually at like the sketchy vacation places, they're very eccentric. And I don't rent the jet skis, but they're usually pretty good at finding weed. They usually know where that is. You know what I'm talking about?
They are, Willie.
Yeah, the Bahamian jet ski guy.
Yeah.
He's definitely. And by the way, don't do that or you'll end up in prison in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Read Daryl Hammond's book about what that's like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they also have you sign some like giant waiver, like liability waiver. That nobody has ever read one of those. It's like 13 pages, and you're fired up to get on a jet ski. They actually start the jet skis in the back. You hear this. You want to read it? Yeah, man. It's cool.
Hey, have you got Michael Winslow in there with you?
Yeah.
Is there a jet ski with that dog?
No, that was me, Tom.
Amazing.
That was me. Yeah.
Crazy. What kind of dog did you get?
No, Tom, it's me, man. I'm doing that.
That is a gift.
You sound like the Humpty Dumpty guy.
But you're right about them starting the jet skis, and of course you're in a bathing suit.
Yeah.
And there's sand everywhere, and they hand you a pen. Sure, go.
Yeah. It's this giant legal document. And the other thing, they'll tell you, like, they'll always send a guide out with you where I go, and it's like, yeah, this is Tony, and he's all about your safety. Let me tell you something. Tony does not care about your safety. I took my buddy Brendan Air. If you're a feature act and you work with me in Myrtle Beach, I'm going to take you jet skiing in the ocean. That's part of the deal. Okay. Wow. Ask Allie Breen. Ask Allie. I took Allie out there. So we go. So Brendan's out there, and we're following this guy, and he's a typical jet ski guide. They're either teenagers or it's a guy that's about 40, tan and ripped and smoking cigarettes.
I got to leave at 5. I'm going to a Dave Matthews Band concert. So let's wrap this up.
This guy's like, so we're following him. He calls it trail ride. And we went through all these like kind of marsh areas.
Yeah.
We're zipping through there and Brendan flies off the jet ski. And the jet ski, though, or wave runner or whatever, it goes into the sort of marshland grass and you can't see it. And the guy's way ahead of us. And he finally realizes we're not behind him. And he comes back and Brendan's in the water, and the guy does not say what. He just goes, he doesn't care one bit about Brendan. Where's jet ski? Where's jet ski, man? Where's jet ski? He thought Brendan sunk the jet ski. He could care less about Brendan's
Can
health.
you sink one?
It's pretty hard. It's real hard.
I would think it'd be hard.
Now, is Brendan swimming around with the rattlesnakes and the crocodiles?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. That guy was not concerned at all about that. And then this year, I took Sean O'Brien and Brendan went with me, and Sean. Somebody he made the mistake of reading about all the bad things that could happen to you in the ocean, jet skiing on the internet. So we get out there and it's, on the way out, you're kind of in like, I don't know, some sort of waterway that's calm and you're going like 40 and it's great. And then they don't warn you, you hit the ocean and it's immediately waves and Sean flips out. He can't. He swallows some water. He loses. He's very, very afraid. And I've done it before. Me and Brendan are out there zipping around. I come back and he's screaming at you. You son of a bitch! This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I hate you. I almost drowned. I go, well, did you fall off? No. Well, then you didn't almost drown. And he was like out there with the 17-year-old guide taking care of him. Wouldn't go anywhere. And he was like, I can't. He goes, when we go back, is there another way to go? The guy's like, well, yeah, suppose we could go around the Panama Canal.
Okay, we got to wrap it up. Greg Warren and the analysis of the jet ski versus the wave runner. Very interesting. I still forget which is which, but have a good summer jet skiing. Hope you feel better, Greg.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Good to see you.
You too.
All right, give our best to Michael Winslow and Warren Spahn. and your dog.
Hey, let your dog
it's not a dog. That's just me.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. I want to ask a couple quick questions. Mr. McGee, back from gallbladder surgery. What's your sleep number setting in that beautiful sleep number bed?
Well, I wanted it a little softer when I got home, so I went to 85, and now I got right back up to 100 here in a couple
with
days.
the touch of a button, you can just... Christy Lee, your sleep number setting is
45.
45. It's marshmallow-like. That's fine. Whatever you're into. Now, the Sleep Number bed is adjustable. Either side is adjustable, so you get the perfect... It's the perfect bed for you. We're not going to tell you what your number should be. You decide. And the Sleep Number bed, those smart beds are going to help you pick what number gives you the most quality sleep. So choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number right now. As they say, every great day starts the night before. And right now you can save... This is incredible. 50%. 50% on the Sleep Number 360 smart bed. Select editions of the bed are out there right now, and they're half the price. So check it out. This does include special financing. Subject to credit approval, minimum monthly payments are required. See sleepnumber.com for all the details. You'll find your Sleep Number store. Easy way to find it. Just go online. sleepnumber.com/BT show. Get some sleep. It's important. And get the sleep you deserve. And also you can make sure that they're happy over there, you're happy on your side of the bed, because either side adjusts to your setting. It's like having 40 beds at the same time. Takes up a lot less room. You don't have to run from room to room. Get the Sleep Number bed at sleepnumber.com/BT show. Coming up, Christy Lee, you've got what?
Search for some dentures. That's interesting. We have a new town in Colorado renaming themselves.
Oh, Willie, he's going to
love that.
Is it Kush related by any chance?
It might be. And Scooby-Doo's Mystery Machine is making news today.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a shame we don't have Greg. He could do his Scooby-Doo. I bet it's really good. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For Father's Day, give Dad total access to the entire Bob and Tom library. Give Dad a membership to Bob and Tom VIP. The link to get it is right at the top of our website, bobandtom.com. things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello. Bonjour. The perfect gift has arrived for the single man. The new cologne from the makers of Clintorius and Bonaire. France's most noted fashion designer, yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris, has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my masturbation.
Mr. Béchon, just slap a little on, repeatedly.
Oh, God. Thanks, I needed that.
Is that masturbation?
Yeah, I think that's the sign.
Mr. Béchon.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Rolling through a Monday morning. It's June 13th, 2022. My name is Mark Allison. Hey, have you checked out the Bob and Tom Show podcast? We have 3 of them. Of course, there's the Bob and Tom Show Extra podcast every weekday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern or so. That one drops. That Josh Arnold podcast. I understand Josh has been taking a break, but he's going to be kicking it back into gear. But you can check out all of the Josh Arnold podcasts discussing fun topics right there at bobandtom.com/podcast. And don't forget about the Bits and Pieces podcast. My gosh, a dive into the archives, discussions of some of our favorite bits and pieces from the Bob and Tom Show. Josh Arnold, actually a recent guest. He was a fan long before he was in the sidekick chair, and they talk about some of his favorite bits and pieces from the Bob and Tom Show, as well as a sit-down talk with Josh Arnold. That's all at bobandtom.com/podcasts, and they all are free for you to download and listen to.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Matt Carpenter homered twice, tied his career high with 7 RBIs, powering the Yankees to complete a weekend sweep of the Cubs 18-4 for their 11th win in 12 games. Elsewhere in interleague action, Houston beat Miami 9-4. Mets beat the Angels by a score of 4-1. American League winners, Cleveland, Toronto, Tampa Bay, Baltimore, Texas, and Boston. And in the National League, Atlanta, Milwaukee, Arizona, Cincinnati, Colorado, and San Francisco all win. WNBA last night, Chicago, Seattle, and Indiana win. And in overtime, Phoenix beat Washington. And Game 5 tonight of the NBA Finals in San Francisco. Series tied at 2 games apiece between the Warriors and the Celtics. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
This comes to us from David. He said, I majored in trombone in college.
You can do that?
And
Would you minor in the kazoo?
He goes, I heard this a lot. How do you get a trombone player off of the front porch? You pay him for the pizza.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Has this ever happened to you?
Oh, my. Just look at that. What am I going to do?
What's wrong, honey?
Look in the mirror, all that gray. Boy, did it sneak up on me.
No, it didn't.
You mean it's been gray for a long time?
Only all of your life. Sweetie, your brain matter is supposed to be gray. Now close up your cranium and come to bed.
All right, dear. Oh, I'm so lucky to have you.
I totally agree.
Ha, 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 ha. If the top of your head is bushy and gray, hair color is not your problem. Remove that hatchet from your skull. Say hello to your cerebellum.
Oh, dear, you've got a little gravy on your blouse from dinner.
Oh, honey, that's not gravy. That's part of my frontal lobe.
Ha, 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 ha.
Just for morons. From Frigamo Industries. Ask for it by name.
What the hell?
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
My name is J. Chris Newberg, and these are my thoughts and observations. Do you think if the Pope sneezes and someone walks up to him and they're like, bless you, you think he's like, haha, I'm good, actually?
Do you think it's pretty safe to say that Rosa Parks was undefeated at musical chairs? I was dating this girl and she got all mad at me because I did exactly what she told me to do. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a situation where you do exactly what your lady tells you to do, exactly what she tells you to do, and yet you're a big jerk. Like, for example, she told me she wanted me to treat her like a princess. So I'm like, okay, no problem, I get you, right? So I called a bunch of my friends up, and they came over, and they piled in the back of my car, and we got some cameras, and we chased her around until she crashed into a tunnel.
You know you're too out when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend, it's just a woman on a bus. Sure. That's how you know you're too hot.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Howdy.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Jeff Oskey at the Josh Arnold chair.
Howdy.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy. Sounds like Josh endowed a chair.
Yes.
The Josh Arnold chair of social commentary.
Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
I'm Chick McGee. Gallbladder less.
I know what you missed.
And here's Tom.
And I know what you missed.
What do you got? I can't say I missed it.
I did record them for you, Chick. So
I look forward to listening.
Tom, you love Chuck Norris information?
Mm-hmm.
Chuck Norris once ate an entire cake before his friends could stop him and tell him there's a stripper inside.
Wow.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
I like that one.
Really?
Yeah. All right. There's a lot going on there. You see, he's so important and big and strong.
He could eat a person.
He didn't even notice there was a person there as he was eating that cake.
It doesn't get any better than the Chuck Norris where he doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the earth down.
Mm-hmm.
That's
they're all good. They're all very nice. Now, we were going to visit the world of news with Christy Lee again. Christy, what's happening?
A man in New Mexico is trying to find the owner of a set of dentures he found on the ground. David Alford of Albuquerque told KOB.
News on your side about teeth.
No, news on the cob.
Yeah.
A kernel of information on the cob.
There you go. Now we're talking.
Okay.
That he was out on a walk with his dog when he looked down and saw the teeth on the sidewalk.
What the hell?
Alford said, I imagine that they were drunk or maybe they fell out of their purse. The Nob Hill resident taped a note about the discovery to a sign pole in the neighborhood. He said he has received a few calls about the missing teeth, but has not yet connected with their owner. Alford said that in the meantime, the dentures are in good hands.
You know what this seems to me? I wish Josh were here because when I first read this, I thought this would be a great Hallmark Christmas movie.
Yeah?
Like, think Cinderella, but with teeth.
Oh, God.
So
the guy goes around and, open
I want you to
your mouth.
Fill in the blanks, Christina. How would this turn into one of those romantic Hallmark Christmas movies?
Well, obviously, a woman has the teeth.
Not necessarily.
No,
I think
well,
he
or a
finds
guy,
the teeth.
whatever you're into.
No. I'm not trying to go with the gay route here, although that would be fine.
The guy finds the woman by.
No, yes. So this is her dad. He finally finds old Gabby. I got my teeth back, and then he's got this incredibly voluptuous, just exuding wholesome sex woman that's his daughter.
Why couldn't it be a Hallmark movie for older love?
Are you
yes?
Are you making his daughter sexy with big boobs? Is that what you just did?
Yeah, the old guy who lost his teeth.
We got to get you in some sort of mental help. I mean, this is
get the program. Christy, you want to have
organized talk about you.
So this guy
young love and an old body, yes.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. So you're saying the old guy that finds the dentures, then he meets some old woman who has no teeth.
Then she gets her dentures back and they fall in love.
Well, he doesn't get them back yet.
Well, no, and that's the way the movie ends. He looks over and goes, "Can you take your teeth out tonight?"
Yeah, you see them. And you see in the dim light, as the lights dim, you see the teeth pop back into a glass at the bedside.
Boy.
No, this would be fun. He's got the gorgeous daughter, and then the old man Thanks for getting my teeth back. Certainly appreciate. This is Cinderella waiting to happen. And there could be a couple of false starts where he goes and meets, like the first guy that he meets has this really ugly daughter that's a hideous, horrible human being.
Oh my God! You hear that chick? If she's ugly, then she's a hideous, horrible.
No, she also happens to be like she's like a witch.
No,
or she could be gorgeous and be a hideous. That would be bad. Then you're thinking, God, he's going to hook up with her. She's an awful person, and then he doesn't. But then he finally meets Miss Right. This has got Hallmark written all over it.
In your mind.
Now, if you found dentures, what would you do?
Throw them away.
I don't know what I wouldn't. I don't think I'd pick them up. I would just let them.
What?
My dog Winnie.
Yeah.
I would stick them in her mouth, and make it look like she had human teeth.
No, let me tell you something.
And then put a sign all over the neighborhood. Did you lose your dentures?
If you haven't gone online to see dogs with dentures or babies in wigs, what are you doing?
You ever see the birds with arms? The birds with human arms?
I haven't seen the birds with human arms.
You can have a fun couple hours on Google.
See, this is the information I need in my life.
Flexing, they got the mom tattoo.
That would people go, hey, did you see that? There's that white golden retriever with human teeth. I think he found somebody's dentures. Then that's how you find the guy. That'd be part of my movie.
You are such a weirdo.
You are so different.
It really is. Get some help.
So different.
If you saw dentures sitting on the ground, you
would not
get
run
them so far.
Well, I could get a stick and put them in a baggie like evidence in a cop show.
Hey, if they're listening at the dental office today, could somebody call and tell me what time my appointment is? Because I put from 10:30 to 2:30.
I don't know.
I get the fridge magnet?
I don't know. No,
but they don't text you. God, they text me about everyone
they text me,
in
but
my
I
family's appointments.
I deleted the text, and I don't have the right time.
Can you recover a deleted text?
I don't know. Can you?
Yeah, I can.
There's something coming up where you can
untext somebody.
Someone after I don't know how long.
Oh,
Once you've deleted a text, it's still in there somewhere, right?
I don't know.
Call the government. They got it.
Right. Yeah, Apple knows what you're talking about.
China knows.
Hey, Siri, what time's Christy's...
you got vaccinated, right? Yeah, they know.
Yeah, I got vaccinated.
You're all set. You're fine.
Pat?
Yes?
That reminds me, we had a news story a while back about a guy that was reunited with his dentures 11 years after he famously vomited them he barfed them into a trash can.
Yeah, it was boozing.
This is from Sky News. Paul Bishop was having what he called a drunken day out with the lads while on vacation in Spain in 2011.
Nice roll.
His quote here is, I had enough lager, so I got a pint of cider. Then the other lads ready to go. I downed the last of my pint. I thought, uh-oh, it's coming back up.
Oh, God, okay.
He vomited into a trash can, went to another bar, and his friends obviously noticed his teeth were missing. And then he got them back. The weird part is he got them back because of a DNA database. Whoever found them, I mean, that's going to a lot of trouble.
They put your name in them now, don't they?
I don't know. This was
their serial numbers on
them.
This was through the British Embassy. They found this guy. Don't you have a song about this?
I was drunk and puked my teeth in the bin. Me minus dentures is an ugly grin. I'll have to buy new ones, that's a lot of cash. Realized they were gone forever in the trash. Hey, my wife was pissed, kept calling me a Luther. She says I'm a fool, cause I lost my toothers 11 years to the day. Thanks to my DNA, I opened up the mail and my dentures were there. Hey, reunited and the bite is right. Reunited and they feel so tight. There's one perfect fit and shoppers, you are it. Oh, the mail expedited and we're reunited. Hey.
Sing the last verse like you have no teeth.
One perfect fit and shoppers,
that saved it. By the way, what did you rhyme toofer with?
Yeah, Luther.
Loser, and I can't say loser. He'll say Luther.
He'll say Luther because he doesn't have any teeth.
Oh, I thought is this some weird reference to Martin Luther? Is he going to nail something to the door? What the hell? Is it a religious thing here I'm not getting?
Oh, Luther.
Okay.
He has no teeth.
If you got your teeth back, would you?
I don't think they would fit, would they? I think wouldn't your mouth change?
I just went to, I had 2 temporary crowns on for 2.5 years.
Oh my God.
And one of them finally broke the other day, so I went to get my actual crowns, and come to find out, your mouth grows, and they don't work.
Oh.
You got to get new ones made.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Do you go to a regular dentist or like some weird charity dentist for homeless people?
You go to dental school.
Boy, oh boy, you're raising him right, aren't you, Tom?
I spent some time at the dental school, but sure.
Jeff Oskey is going to be on stage with all of us. It's going to be a really cool night. We're sending some kids to summer camp. Get the details at bobandtom.com.
Also, isn't Willie and Jeff going to have a mouth party this weekend? I heard all about this.
Oh, yeah. We're going down to Lexington.
Yeah, they're going down.
He doesn't make me pay
Oh,
for
at
that
the Pivot Brewing Company free show, that's Saturday, June 18th?
Yeah, you can reserve tickets at the link in my Instagram bio. It's going to be fun. David Brooks is going to be there. He's the greatest. We're going to have a blast.
It's going to be a mouth party.
A mouth party. When we come back, we're going to have a party. We got a news party. Boy, that sounds fun, huh?
Boy.
It's a news party. Oh, boy, I'll change the channel. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
The Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
You know, I got a lot of mail here at the ex-law office. Well, this comes from young Davey Radonovich. He asks, what is the difference between slander and libel? Well, what kind of idiotic, stupid question is that? What kind of little pea-brain moron would write me? I think if I were you, little Davey, I'd worry more about inbreeding than I would about the law. Davey, that was slander. If I would have written it down, it would have been libel.
This has been the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the law is your friend. It's the lawyers you have to watch out for. And remember this, the preceding has been a joke, not legal advice. Learn to know the difference.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Josh Arnold out today fishing with the family, Lake of the Ozarks. I understand that he went to see Paul Cawthon last night, so that's pretty cool. One of his favorite groups, a country music group. And Josh is a fan of theirs, so we got to see him last night in concert. He's probably sleeping like a baby right now, but you can't catch the fish unless you're up early, Josh. Get out there and get fishing. We want to hear the details. Greg Warren's already been here. Reno Collier on the way, and we'll take a look at history while Reno's in. Check out more at RenoCollierComedy.com as we roll through this Monday together. Thanks to Jeff Oskey for getting up and coming in and sitting in for Josh. Always fun to have Jeff in. Today, no exception. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Country music star Toby Keith has announced he's been undergoing treatment for stomach cancer. A multi-platinum selling singer, friend of the show, reported on Twitter he's had surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation all in the past 6 months. The Oklahoma native says his outlook so far so good, but he needs time to breathe, recover, and relax. Keith, who turns 61 next month, says he looks forward to spending some time with his family, but he will, quote, see fans sooner rather than later. The Voodoo Fest Music and Arts Experience will take yet another year off. Organizers have announced the festival will not happen this year. Voodoo Fest usually is held Halloween weekend and was last staged in 2019. The pandemic forced the festival to take 2 years off. Organizers did not give a reason for the cancellation or what they call a pause, but say more updates will be posted on social media. And in the battle between fighter jets and prehistoric beasts, dinosaurs have prevailed. Jurassic World Dominion has captured first place at the box office, dropping Top Gun Maverick to second. The Jurassic World sequel earned $143.4 million in ticket sales in North America, recouping nearly all its reported production budget in one weekend. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
For those that can't see you have a beard like a young Santa Claus.
Yeah,
very, very bushy, thick, and long.
Yeah.
What does your girlfriend think of that?
She doesn't mind, obviously. She's
No,
been
if she
with me
did,
for 7
yeah.
years.
So when she met you, you look like that.
Yeah.
The way Christy asked it was like when she met you, were you holding a cardboard sign?
Can you imagine if this were two guys talking and one pointed at the other guy's wife and said, "Now, did she look like that when you married her?"
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guy, it's Ken Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
When your horse says run its very last race and there's nothing left to do, giddy up, giddy up. We don't think it's very good taste to turn him into glue. Giddy up, giddy so up. If your horse has lost his stuff and his legs aren't thin and bony, giddy up, giddy and if his meat ain't very tough, then he comes to Burger Pony.
Now, when you come into any participating Burger Pony restaurant and order our swale in a pail, every kid in your group will receive a free hot fudge sundae silence. And don't forget our Clint Eastwood Western spaghetti. And our delicious burgers, including the Daily Double and the Triple Crown. And remember our motto, if we're not in your neighborhood yet, your neighbors have probably passed a petition.
So if your horse has lost his stuff and his legs aren't thin and bony, and if his meat ain't very tough, then he comes to Burger Pony. Comes to Burger Pony. Comes to Burger Pony.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guys, it's Eli.
Hey, Eli.
Oh,
hi, Eli.
Hey, Eli. You nailed it, Patty. It's about as low as it gets. You know what, Eli? You're just feeling sorry for yourself. Look, I was thinking, there's no need to get down. I mean, just because you're grounded at work don't mean you can't gain yards. I've got a fresh, hot Papa John's pizza you could run by the house. God knows you wouldn't want to try to pass it. You'd probably get picked off by the mailman. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it turns out I don't sleep well anyway. I've been grinding my teeth. I didn't know I grind my teeth until I woke up. My husband was pouring coffee beans into my mouth. What a weird way to save time in the morning.
No kidding, but it's fresh coffee.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're
Their Friday evening.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Howdy, chick.
Hey, there's Pat
Good
Godwin.
to see you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Pat Godwin. There's Jeff Oskey.
Yes, sir.
Josh Arnold returns tomorrow. Will His Highness grace us with his presence tomorrow? Is that the plan?
Hope he brings some fish.
That'd be nice.
You went fishing.
There's Ace Cosby, manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
I'm Chick McGee, and thanks everybody for your tweets and emails and thoughts and wishes. And thanks for even a couple of people who wish I'd perished during the procedure. I appreciate that. But, well, you're going to have them. You're going to have them. Yeah.
But you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. As okay physically, I'm as okay as I get.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Gallbladder removed.
Yes, I'm a hideous freak.
No lobotomy done to tune up the old brain.
Not that I know of.
Okay, all right. Now, we just had an interesting news story about a guy who found some dentures. Where was it, in New Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
Found apparently he's trying to find the owner. I would think that you'd know that if you lost them, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know where you've looked, but what'd you say this guy was doing? Didn't he post it like on local telephone?
He has a sign out in front of his yard.
You know,
yeah.
He probably should hire a detective.
Yeah.
An old-fashioned detective, you know.
Yeah.
A gumshoe.
Oh, my God.
Is that a term that people use?
Yeah.
Thank you, Willie.
Is that
Gumshoe, private dick?
A Chinatown term, maybe?
More of
I think he does get called a gumshoe during Chinatown.
What is the meaning of gumshoe?
Walking the streets, maybe getting gum.
Walking the
Get gum
streets,
on
you
your
got gum in your shoe. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
You never heard gumshoe?
No.
Or private dick?
No.
You've never heard anyone
I've
call
heard private dick. I've never heard gumshoe.
Jeff, you're looking at me like I'm speaking a foreign language.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. I was still
Captain Wordle.
reeling on Christy saying private dick.
Here's the problem.
Captain Wordle, I'll take it.
It's tense in here. There's a Wordle fight going on off the air.
God.
Yeah, Wordle fight. Tom is playing the baby version. Is that right? For kids? Wordle
It's
for
the
kids?
the easy version.
Easy version.
Like the one issued by the New York Times. I don't know. There's
If you go to settings, there'll be a thing that says under the New York Times, and it says hard, and you click on that.
Okay, well, you've never heard any of those. You never heard gumshoe?
No, Tom.
It's a weird old-timey phrase, I think.
Well, so is being a TV detective.
I so wanted to, like that, at my high school graduation, I didn't realize this when they had us fill it out. They're like, where are you going to college and what do you want to be when you grow up?
Right.
And I put private detective because I always thought that would be an awesome job. I didn't realize they were going to read those at our commencement ceremony. So Jeff Hoskin will be attending IU University where he hopes to grow up to be a private detective. And everyone laughed except for my dad. Oh, he was so mad.
That Oscar kid's
Okay, synonyms for detective, according to Merriam-Webster. The second one is gumshoe. The first one's dick. Let's see. Dick, gumshoe, investigator, hawkshaw.
The big one's PI, right? Private investigator.
PI, yeah.
I've never heard hawkshaw.
I've never heard that one.
Although one that I've seen that
Private eye, private investigator.
Is tech in there?
Tech is not here, no.
That was a crossword puzzle answer that I thought, what?
A tech?
T-E-C-H?
I had never, T-E-C-H. I'd never heard that for private detective, but it may just be T-E-C, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, gumshoe is one of the classics. Okay, now here, Dean just sent me this.
I'm not...
Wow, this is complicated. Gumshoe, a shoe made of gum elastic or India rubber overshoe. Slang to work as a detective, to go softly as if wearing rubber shoes. So it's not gum on your shoe then.
Okay.
That's what I thought. I was with you. I always thought that's what it was.
Pounding the pen.
I guess back in the day, having rubber soles on shoes was probably a lot more rare.
Oh, I'm sure, because everybody wore
Shoes.
No, like...
Yeah, there was a time
Nice dress shoe.
There was a time before the late 60s when no one wore tennis shoes constantly.
Just Converse, yeah. Converse, and you'd see a pair of Adidas every now and then, but that was it, yeah.
And the world has changed. Like, see those old movies, and they have taxi cabs that are actually cars. Wow, that's weird. As opposed to minivans and SUVs and...
Don't they have cars anymore?
Rarely.
Oh.
But you can always date movies by the cars on them. Or you're watching a film and go, why does he take his cell phone and call the guy? Oh, I get it. The different times. Better times. What have you got over there, Christy?
The small town of Moffat, Colorado has about 120 residents, and they're considering a name change.
Hello, Moffat.
They would like to be called Cush, Colorado.
There you go.
This week's Moffat's Board of Trustees will meet to discuss the proposed name change.
Real quick, what is a Kush, Willie? What's the difference?
I do not know exactly, but for me, Kush just means weed. I think typically they're indicas. You'll hear about purple Kush a lot.
So they want to name the town after marijuana.
It's being spearheaded by Mr. Mike Biggio. According to the Denver Post, Biggio and his business partner founded Area 420, a collection of 70 grow operations in town, and now they're hoping to rebrand Moffat to reflect the new culture. Biggio will present his case to the Board of Trustees at the meeting, though he already has the support of Moffat's mayor, Cassandra Fox. That sounds like a stripper name or an adult entertainer. Cassandra Fox said change is always good. She added, the most dangerous phrase is, we've always done it this way. That's death of society.
Huh. I wonder who says that a lot.
Yeah.
Better not change it, by God, sons of bitches.
I'm sorry, it's currently named Moffat?
Mm-hmm.
Do they have... Every year, the Miss Moffat.
Sat on a tuffet.
little Miss Moffat festival.
Jeff, has Tom ever explained to you why he hates to change the names of things like streets and towns? Because you have to get new stationery and business cards.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's his reasoning for it.
No, it should be illegal to change the name of a street unless it's like Hitler Avenue.
Here it comes.
Yeah, that might be.
What about Tom Griswold Way, which will be this piece
No, if it's a new street, fine. But no, you don't change.
I hate when there's a certain town, a city per se, that I live near, that whenever a basketball tournament comes to town, they change all the street names to the cities of the basketball tournament.
Yeah.
So all the people in from out of town are like, how do I get to this place? And you're like, oh, go up to
Iowa.
Yeah, and then take a right on Cleveland. And you're like, but none of the streets match what your GPS says.
Wow. So they're going to name this place Cush, Colorado, maybe?
I think they can't change it until they get their residents up to 420. What are they at now?
Yeah, it's like 100 or something.
They're at 120.
Yeah. That's what they did in OxyContin, Alaska.
Oh, God.
I think they got it down, actually.
Yeah, that was yeah.
Well, they changed the name, but nobody cared. Man.
Yeah,
Nobody cared.
And Meth City, North Dakota. That was rough.
You bring up something. They're always trying to name streets and subdivisions. They should name a subdivision streets after all of us on the Bob and Tom show. Wouldn't that be funny?
No.
What are you trying to say? Like Chick Alley or something? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah, I can't stand it. If you have anything, anything that has lake, or if you have Lakeview Drive, if you can't see a lake from there, don't do it.
Very common.
Usually, if it's a Mansion View trailer park.
Even at this point, does it ever really? It's not an issue. You know where you're going. You know the names of all the streets, and you never use them, right?
No, but it's important to have a nice street name. I don't know, but this place, Cush, Colorado. I don't know. What do you think? You think it's smart?
Yeah, I think.
Why not?
It brings people in.
It's really silly. It'll help with tourism.
Yeah.
Who cares?
They should have like the states across from Colorado where pot's illegal. It could be like Narc City, Squaresville,
Speed Trap, Utah,
New Karen, Utah.
Probable cause.
I like Squaresville.
Squaresville, man. Coming up, we have interesting story about garbage cans that talk. And they don't just talk, they talk dirty to you.
Shove it in my mouth.
Yeah, we're going to find out what that's all. I think that may be one of them.
I hope so.
Right now, I want to talk about, speaking of putting things in your mouth, how about great food? Great food from HelloFresh. With gas prices the way they are, how about saving a couple of trips to the grocery store? Maybe have a great meal from HelloFresh. How does it work? Well, HelloFresh does the shopping, and it's all fresh ingredients. That's the key, hence the name. So it's going to arrive fresh in the box. They've also got the recipe there, and they've done the measuring. So it's ready for you to put it together. Sometimes they're quick and easy. And they've got family-friendly options, something to please everybody. Every week, they're going to have a whole bunch of recipes to choose from, more than 30 every week, pre-portioned ingredients, flexible plans so it'll fit your schedule. Maybe you want to do it twice a week. Maybe you want to do it once a week. Maybe you want to do it for breakfast. They've got it all. HelloFresh has the app. It tells you how it all works. And, Willie, what's the latest over there?
One of my favorites, HelloFresh expanding my palate. I don't even know if I can pronounce this. It's the gochujang glazed chicken bibimbap. It is a delicious chicken dish. You're making a little cucumber salad. You're cutting up little carrots, all with our friends at HelloFresh.
You could even swap the proteins and the sides. It's important that you have what you want, and HelloFresh has it. Check it out. It's also a lot of fun to put together and have a nice night with the kids, maybe date night. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16. Now, why the sort of clunky BT Show 16?
Why?
Because that's 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. So suddenly it seems like a great idea, doesn't it? HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16. That's BT Show 16, like Bob Tom Show 16. Once again, 16 free meals, 3 free gifts. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16. Thank you very much. You're going to love it. The food is great. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16. Coming back with weird seatbelt news, Scooby-Doo, and a urine sensor. You'll find out where. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Morning laughter. just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, how can I watch the show in real time? Well, you head on over to bobandtom.com/live. That's the location of the Bob and Tom live video feed. It's free to watch. We have it up so you can tune in and listen while you watch while you listen. We don't get all judgy and smack. You don't have to either. You can just sit there and watch, and you can stay here and listen. Doesn't matter to me. The Bob and Tom live video feed at bobandtom.com/live. For those of you that would like to continue to listen while you listen, keep it here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed. A strange loop, an irreverent, sensually frank work about blackness and queerness took home the best new musical crown at the Tony Awards on Sunday as voters celebrated Broadway's most racially diverse season by choosing an envelope-pushing black voice. Michael R. Jackson's 2020 Pulitzer Prize drama winner is a theater-meta journey and also won for Best Book. Many of the night's Tonys spread over several productions. A Strange Loop beat MJ, a biomusical of the King of Pop's biggest hits, for the top prize, although Jackson's musical nabbed 4 Tony Awards. Brazil's search for an indigenous expert and a journalist who disappeared in a restive area of the Amazon a week ago has advanced with the discovery of a backpack, laptop, and other personal belongings of the men submerged in a river. The items found Sunday afternoon. That area has seen violent conflicts between fishermen, poachers, and government agents. On Saturday, federal police reported finding traces of blood in the boat of a fisherman who was under arrest as the only suspect in the disappearance, the blood being tested to see if it's connected to indigenous expert Bruno Peraza of Brazil and freelance journalist Dom Phillips of Britain. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, this magician, he gets his job on a cruise ship. So he's working this cruise ship, and he does his act every night. In the front row is the captain of the ship with a parrot on her shoulder. So every night he does his act. Well, by the third night, the parrot starts figuring out this magician's act. So he starts heckling the magician, and it's in his sleeve. It's under his hat. His assistant has it. So that night, they hit an iceberg, and the ship goes down. The magician wakes up floating on a piece of driftwood, and the parrot is sitting on the end of the driftwood, and they stare at each other for 2 days and don't say a word. They just look at each other all mad. Finally, the bird goes, "I give. Where's the boat?"
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Chick McGee having his gallbladder removed this afternoon. And,
Poor fella.
He's going to be fine. But let's see. Gary has been kind enough to write us. What does Chick McGee's gallbladder have in common with JFK Jr.'s flying lessons? Both completely useless.
Okay. That is a listener.
Boy,
thank you.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Do you know a dad who's a big Bob and Tom fan? Well, get him a Father's Day gift he'll open every day. A membership to Bob and Tom VIP. The link to get it is right at the top of our website, bobandtom.com.
Joel Lindley is our guest. Now, do you drink at all?
I do drink.
Really? But that's got to be scary.
I went to buy beer the other day, and they sell non-alcoholic beer, right, which is a good idea. But did you know they sell it by the keg?
I did not.
What kind of a loser consumes a whole keg of non-alcoholic beer? I mean, if you don't drink, fine. Have no duels, but, don't do funnels. What are you going to brag to your friends the next day? Oh, dude, you should have been there. I mean, we were pounding that keg till 4 in the morning. I was so bloated. Then I drove everyone home.
Cool. Yeah. There's a gigantic warehouse of stuff I don't get.
I can't
And they
understand
serve non-alcoholic beer there.
You know what?
Boy, I
Another
don't
thing I
get
don't
that.
understand: Hooters has food to go. Who the hell's that for?
Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 20.
There are water shortages in Nairobi after floods tore through a dam. Apparently, someone aggravated the god of irony. 5 ounces of crack cocaine were found in a toddler's diaper. Cops became suspicious when the combination of the two smells made the drug dog pee himself with excitement.
Yeah, dogs love diapers.
They
That's
do.
true.
Corporate sponsors are finally signing up with the International Gay Rodeo Association. The odd thing about a gay rodeo, after the long weekend, you never know exactly why your ass is sore.
Really?
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr.
Everywhere.
Hi, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. Hey. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
This sounds like gumshoe music, Christy.
There's
right.
Jeff Hoskey. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Oh, Ace, you'd heard the term gumshoe before, right?
Yeah, of course.
What do you mean?
I'm not believing you. I'm just.
Yeah. I am.
Have you ever talked to a private detective?
No, never.
Yeah, I used to know a guy that was a private detective. He was I worked with him. He was working for a private detective.
Right.
And he was doing the classic stakeout. And they were watching a guy that had collected massive benefits, claiming that he'd had a work injury.
Oh, yeah.
And his job, he was stealthily taking photographs of this guy single-handedly building a pool in his backyard.
Oh, wow.
Carrying huge bags of concrete, et cetera, et cetera. So, but yeah, I think a lot of detective work is pretty boring stuff.
Yeah.
But we were talking about it because of the hiring of a gumshoe to find those lost dentures. There we go. I see him on the big screen now. We have the sunburned, Reno Collier.
Always.
What are you cutting the grass yesterday all day? You're really red.
No, man, the deck. I have been staining the deck and building a table and stuff like that out in the backyard. So I'm just getting cooked, man. Plus, I'm Scottish, so like I'm a walking melanoma. I've had like 5 things cut off my face, and this is with sunscreen.
Mm-hmm. You need to wear a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This is probably from yelling at the dog too. So I could be about to have a stroke.
Well, I can send you a nice Bob and Tom cap if that would be good.
I've got one, man. It just has stain and stuff on it.
Well, that's okay. All right. Now, I don't know if you noticed this, Reno, but Chick was gone there for a few days.
Don't look, Reno. It's hideous. I'm sorry.
You look great, dude.
I had to have my gallbladder removed. I'm hideous. I know. I understand.
He's a freak.
It's okay. I'm a freak. It's all right. I'm a freak now.
It's like a sideshow track.
Did you have to drink castor oil?
I did not.
I remember when I was a kid, and my grandpa had to before his gallbladder got taken out.
Huh. No, I didn't, because I didn't go into a time machine and have my gallbladder taken out. I didn't know that.
The only time that I remember castor oil as a kid, remember in the didn't they have to drink it in the Little Rascals?
I will tell you this.
It was some kind of a punishment.
I will tell you this, and no one believes me, but this is the absolute truth. When I was sick as a kid, I had a cold. My mother would make me swallow Vicks methylatum. I'm not making it up.
Honey.
That's for external use only, isn't it?
That's what it says on the jar. Oh, yeah.
What do they know?
Yeah, but what do they know? But, I mean, I don't have the cold anymore, I guess. I'm here. I don't
And
know.
you can't stop smoking Newports.
That's right, yeah. No, she liked Viceroy, Reno.
Oh, there you go.
Here we go. Castor oil, our gang. Yep.
Our gang.
Right there, Little Rascals.
You've made Tom's morning with him saying castor oil and our gang.
It was used as a laxative back in the day.
Well.
Why did you think he had to take castor oil, Reno?
Because his grandfather had to take it. Were you not listening?
No, I was listening, but I mean, why would they? Well, never mind.
Because it was 1930, and that's what they do back then.
Now, you know, like right now, is not.
Okay, I was not alive in 1930. When I was a little kid in 1930, My grandpa was a gumshoe, and
Now, boy, this is an awkward question.
Yeah.
This is an awkward question. I know how to do this without spilling the beans. Raise your hand if your father is alive. Willie, Reno, and Jeff. Okay, good. Reno, you doing something nice for your dad for Father's Day? You see why I did that now? That would have been really awful.
I did, just to make the segment better. I got you.
No, I didn't know if your dad was alive.
No, he is, man. And I was trying to think of advice. My son, ties and socks and stuff like that for Father's Day. So I came up with a very simple thing it's very easy to remember for your Father's Day gift to me. It's just remember the word meat. All right? Meat, like M as in meat. Get your dad like one of those car-tipping Fred Flintstone ribeye steaks.
Sure.
All right? Walk into the house, put it down. There's your M. E, enjoy his stories from a long time ago. Just for one day. He thinks he can still do that stuff. Let him think it. Let him enjoy the day and celebrate it. All right? A, agree with his politics. Just for the one day. Just for one day. He has those political views because he had to pay for your ass for your entire life. He was trying not to pay. Just agree with them. Say, Dad, I agree. All right, so you have M-E-A, then for T, take the rest of your family and get out of the house. All right, put on Outlaw Josie Wales, get everybody together, and leave him alone for 2 hours to watch a movie, reflect on the fact that you agreed with his politics.
No, you're right. Yeah, Jimmy Carter was a criminal. Yeah, absolutely. No.
That what?
I said, you're right. Jimmy Carter was a criminal, 100%. We should have gone to those Olympics. Yeah, you bet.
Willie, I'm so proud of you right now.
Yeah, no, you bet. I'm trying to listen.
So just remember me.
That's really great advice, Reno. I really like that. Now, where does your dad live?
He lives close to me here.
Okay.
He's like 30 minutes away.
Oh, good. Well, good. That's nice.
So, yeah, man.
We've been talking a little bit about Father's Day coming up this weekend. And is this the last of those holidays for a while?
What do you mean?
Oh, you mean last of those holidays?
Mother's Day, Father's Day.
I mean, the first of the year comes around, and pretty soon it's, Mom, and there's this one and that one, and then the next one, and there's Valentine's Day, and blah, 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 blah. Do we get a break?
Right.
Yeah, I think we have till 4th of July.
4th of July is gift-free, though, right?
For the most part.
Yeah, you get fireworks.
Well, you should get her something.
Diamonds sparkle like fireworks.
Get your employees.
Is that going to be the next thing we're reading about?
Wouldn't that be something?
Maybe there's some smart jeweler out there that goes, do you know what she really likes? Surprises. She's not expecting fireworks.
Like these.
Yeah. Man, that sounds like a smart idea.
Yeah. For only $17.76, you can have.
Oh, even better. 1,700. Let's not get ridiculous.
Sure.
1,776. You get the sparkly diamond things. Is that what you'd like, Christy?
No, I don't know.
What do you mean, no?
I don't want a gift for.
And let's just say your
July
man
4th.
called me up and said, "Hey, listen, I've got to get Christy a gift for the 4th of July." I'm getting browbeaten
silly.
No, you know what you do first? You go, well, hang on, lunatic, just a second. And then call a mental health
I doubt
worker.
that he would
Get him
call
over
you
there.
about gift buying. No offense.
I don't think anyone on the planet would call you for any romantic advice whatsoever.
Right.
Okay, now, do you even remember, Reno, what is the last gift you got for your wife?
Oh, dude. Do groceries count?
Yeah, buddy. Yep.
No, they don't.
I got her
Mother's Day, maybe birthday.
Oh, dude, I suck.
Valentine's
I don't
Day.
know.
I got her a roof over her head. And that's what I got her.
A nice, clean deck.
I did. I got her a deck.
Just asking.
I got her this painting, baby. Does
that really looks like you stole it at a Holiday Inn?
I call it
one that was being torn down.
That's lovely, all right.
I call it picnic napkin. It's got ketchup and mustard and all kinds.
You can't
I don't
tell.
know what it is.
Is that really on the wall?
Yeah, it's my wife loves art, and there's a local artist.
Yeah, but that still doesn't explain that.
What is going on?
Did they cut up the drop cloth after you finished doing the deck?
That's what it looks like.
I know it looks like a picnic napkin or something.
I didn't get it, but am I the only person having an emotional reaction to that spot of blue down at the bottom? I feel like that's really speaking to me.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of drawing me.
Do you
in.
really?
Oh,
Yeah, that's called
bugs.
If the Moon Had a Lake.
That's where I wipe the paint off my hand. Art is stupid anyway. Like,
I think we all can agree on that.
Yeah, it is. But the Mona Lisa looks like George Washington with a Cher wig on. There's nothing
Art is
deep
not
about that.
stupid.
No, it's for dummies.
Oh my!
Although I always have wanted to go to New York and skateboard down the Museum of Modern Art. And someone has to have done that.
Yeah.
That would be the best. What did I say? The Guggenheim, of course. Yeah. Yeah, MoMA would work. Take the
MoMA
elevator.
would work.
Hey, we have an elevator story I want to share with Reno, actually. Did you see
right.
this about the elevators? This is kind of interesting, I think.
Yeah, kind of.
It involves the Boston, the MTA, the Metropolitan train and subway.
Yeah, they're tackling public urination with urine sensors in their elevators. The Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority, which serves Boston and the surrounding area, is launching a pilot program this summer in which urine detection sensors will be placed in 4 downtown elevators. The Boston Herald reports the sensors will alert authorities, who then can dispatch a cleaning crew to the affected elevator. Megan Collins, a program manager for MBTA, added that the sensors on the ceiling of an elevator have an attached fan, which allows them to suck in air and basically smell what is present.
That seems like they're going a little too high tech. Instead of just clean the elevators every few hours, and you'll be sure.
Well, wait a minute, though. But people are
Why
getting
are
on the
people
elevators.
peeing in the elevator?
Well, I don't.
Because you do it in the escalator, everyone's going to see you.
It looks like a waterfall.
And it doesn't sound like that's the only transaction they're bumping up against.
Yeah, don't hit the second floor. That button's going to really.
I don't think I could do that on an elevator that open.
My question: I have a simple question. If you're going to pee in an elevator, you do it when you're alone, right?
Yeah, I would think.
Oh, you wait till it's full. What? Yeah.
What do you mean?
So now you're acknowledging that you pee in an elevator, Jeff.
I have never peed on an elevator.
You just said you would do it when you're alone.
Yeah. No.
How long is it going to take for a teenager to take a water bottle and just squeeze it and be like, they'll be here in 10 minutes?
Well, unless it's, it's got to be, apparently this is some kind of, what is it, like it senses the smell of the urine?
I guess they did this in Atlanta a few years ago, and it would I think it was supposed to, in a way, shame people because lights would flash and there would be a horn go off.
That'd be terrifying.
Wouldn't that be
If you were taking a
I do that when I pee
leak-
at the house.
Oh, my gosh.
And I wonder, do they have one that, I suppose the people that take the steps probably don't pee.
Why are you peeing in an elevator?
It's your story. I don't know.
I wouldn't.
I think it's people that they're maybe drunk or maybe they don't have a place where they can go pee and get privacy, so they're going in there.
All
Yeah,
right.
maybe build more bathrooms. Maybe that's the
Yeah,
key.
maybe that would help.
No more
But
pee on
the
the
people who are peeing in the stairwells, they're going to be more fit. They're getting a little cardio. They care about getting some cardio.
They're going to be more fit.
And if you're unfit, Jake, you're a terrible person.
No, I'm just saying if you have the option of walking up a flight of stairs and taking a leak halfway up, and that's going to be funnier because
You are something.
well, if you're going to pee on stairs, you want to pee down. Just a little tip. Unless you're walking down, then you want to pee over the edge. Okay. Sorry. I'm just curious that
The Swedish city of Malmo.
You mean the Malmo?
Malmo. I don't know how to. What is the O with the 2 dots on it? What does that sound?
I think it's
Who knows?
Malmo
It's not American.
is installing talking garbage cans.
That's right. I don't give a damn about it. It's not American.
Then I you spelled commie.
That feature risque audio messages after being fed trash. Some of the messages, spoken in a sultry female voice, include, "Oh, right there, yes.
So this is a garbage can talking to you.
Come back soon and do that again. And, a bit more to the left next time."
Oscar's face as you read these, Christy.
Dean, can I get a tape of that?
We actually have audio here.
Oh, really?
I bet I did a better job.
I bet yours was better. I bet
Well,
so.
isn't Swedish like the least sexy language? Isn't it very silly?
No,
Let me see your peen.
no. German's
You
the
know
least
what I
sexy.
like to do when we're alone? Yeah, that's not.
I think Swedish is okay. German's the one that's,
Yeah, that's not.
Dang!
89 to number 9. What? Negaboner, weiter
Wouldn't it be yeah? It would instead of yes, it'd be yeah.
Relax over there. Play the
No. That doesn't mean 9 inches. It means no. 9. Here we go. These are the Swedish trash cans.
Tack. Precis där, ja.
Pretty good. I was going to say that. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, here we go.
Lite mer till vänster nästa gång. Det där var galet skönt.
That one means, are you going to finish the hot dog?
Mer.
That means I don't think I can fit all of that in my hole.
Did you say I don't think I can fit all of that in my hole?
In my hole.
Yeah, my Swedish translation may be a little off. Let me hear it. Let me try it again.
Tack.
That's fill me up, Daddy.
I never want to hear you talk again.
I didn't think this would happen.
Fill me up, Daddy.
Officials hope the dirty talking trash cans will incentivize people to throw their garbage in the bins.
What are they doing when you recycle? Do they just have a lady out there for you? That's incredible.
Different voice. Are you going to recycle that?
I know of a vegan place down the street. That is, I mean, aren't people just they're going to go watch this and then throw things away one at a time just to
hear her talk?
Just to hear her talk.
Somebody's going to be humping one of these trash cans. I guarantee.
Okay, this is going to cause some guy to have a new fetish.
Right.
Yeah, there's one down at the 10th and Garfield that it shoots sprinklers on for 10 seconds if you get it hot enough. No? Okay. Just asking.
Speaking of Sweden, IKEA is launching a line of products in collaboration with the EDM music group known as Swedish House Mafia.
Oh, sure.
The furniture retailer recently revealed several products from the Obergransen collection, which includes a desk, an armchair, and a record player.
Real nice.
Obergransen. The desk will feature 2 speaker stands situated at ear level, as well as a pull-out shelf for what's an MIDI keyboard?
MIDI keyboard, a computerized.
I've only heard it for audio MIDI.
It's like a little mini synth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pat's got one in there, more or less.
Collection, which aims to democratize music production at home, is due in the fall.
Well, no, there's a MIDI keyboard that's a medium length. There's a maxi keyboard that's a really long length.
And then there's the tiny,
mini
tiny.
Mini.
Thank you very much. Well, hey, Reno, it's good talking to you. Are you on the road this week?
Thanks, guys.
Are you on the road this week, or are you just doing light carpentry at the house?
No, I'm at the Improv or the Funny Bone in Syracuse, New York.
All
this
right.
weekend. And then after that, I'm with the Cleverleys at a fair in Illinois, Decatur, Illinois.
Okay, cool. Well,
Drop by Rochester,
man.
the garbage plate up there, man. My goodness, so good.
Okay, well, right now I want to talk to you about pharmaceuticals and something called GoodRx, which is a way to save huge money on pharmaceuticals. What exactly is GoodRx? Well, Christy, you told me about it. Tell me more.
Yeah, GoodRx actually compares prescription prices at over 70,000 pharmacies to help you find the best price. And you can find discounts of up to 80%. You don't believe me? Well, they're recommended by doctors, pharmacists, and over 24 million GoodRx users. That's right. You could become one. GoodRx could actually beat your prescription copay price. And if you don't have insurance, it'll work as well. So for simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, check out GoodRx. Go to goodrx.com/Tom. That's goodrx.com/Tom. You want to read the disclaimers?
I sure do. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used in place of insurance, Medicare, and Medicaid. In 2021, GoodRx users save up to 80% on retail prescription prices. Check out goodrx.com/Tom. Save some serious money. We get love letters about GoodRx. We're going to come back.
And as usual, our listeners are the best part of us. They have something about the Swedish trash cans that we totally missed.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yes. Yeah. All right. We'll hear about talking Swedish trash cans when we return. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Do you know a dad who's a big Bob and Tom fan? Well, get him a Father's Day gift he'll open every day. A membership to Bob and Tom VIP. The link to get it is right at the top of our website, bobandtom.com. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Bio Motors is suspending free hot dog Fridays.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
Oh, we're good at ruining things around here. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison. For everything Bob and Tom, check out bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information. Plus, we love to hear from our listeners. If you'd like to email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. It's just that easy. Send in your request, your junior win bag, anything you'd like to hear or talk about. We're always open. We read all the emails that come in, and we get them all sorted out to where they go. And when I say we, I mean I mean me. I mean, I am the email guy. So if you've got an email, send it in. We'll make sure we get it to Tom or Chick or Christy or Ace or Willie or Pat Godwin or Dean Metcalf behind the scenes or right there into the trash bin. It's my choice. That's the fun part. But the good thing is your email will be read and possibly even responded to. You never know. That's half the fun. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. And we will roll on with a look at things we learned on the show today and a bit of history on this June 13th, 2022. Stay tuned. We're not done with you knuckleheads yet. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Federal health officials say kid-sized doses of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccines seem safe and effective for kids under 5. The finding by the Food and Drug Administration is a key step toward long-awaited decision to begin vaccinating the youngest of our American population. Firefighters are responding to a wildfire about 6 miles north of Flagstaff, and it has forced some evacuations. Cocosino National Forest officials say the fire reported at 10:15 a.m. Sunday by a fire lookout. Cause of the wildfire is not immediately known. And officials with the Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority are planning to put sensors in elevators to detect the stench of urine. The MTBA is launching a program that would put sensors in 4 downtown elevators. The data will be collected with an eye toward setting up a system that can alert transit officials to send a cleaning crew. Transit officials say not only does urine stink and creates unsanitary conditions, it can also damage elevators. Atlanta's public transit system tried a similar project about a decade ago. It set off strobe lights and alarms when urine was detected. Maybe you should find a bathroom? And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker. And the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God. You can hear the show here in the morning, and then because you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. Attention, Fergler shoppers. You need hardware, you need Fergler. That's right, Fergler's hardware store. Fergler's dares you to beat their prices on anything in the store. That's right, Crazy Ernie's lost his mind and everything must go. Ladders, lumber, nails, including the kitchen sink. Fergler's hardware store, where you make out like a burglar when you shop at Fergler's. Free popcorn Mondays, free coffee Fridays, free parking. It's Crazy Ernie's going out of business sale. Everything must go. Fergler's hardware store. If Fergler's doesn't have it, you don't Fergin need it.
Hi, I'm Ernie Fergler.
He's Ernie Fergler. If you don't come buy some stuff today, he'll kick your ass. Be there.
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
I actually I have a sexual fantasy associated with the earthquake.
Go.
All right, well, check out. In my fantasy, I am making love to this woman, and then all of a sudden she feels the earth move beneath her.
Ah, yes.
And then she rolls over on top of me and shields me from debris. Safety first, everybody. Safety first.
Don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's a
cow.
good day's work, everybody.
This is
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Righty, Chick.
Hi, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
Hi.
From no west.
Jeff Oskey
happening here?
in for Josh Arnold. There's Ace Cosby manning that track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
The humidity's close this morning.
Just a touch close. I'm Chick McGee back from gallbladder surgery. Look away, I'm hideous, I'm a freak. I don't have all my organs. Here's Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick. Glad
Yes,
you're doing
sir.
well.
Thank you.
Now, we have
an update for the Swedish trash can.
I need to
we do?
explain. This is such an unusual story. This is real.
Yes.
In Sweden, for some reason, I guess there's a litter problem, so they have developed trash cans. When you open them up, they talk. So these are in public parks and stuff, and it's to encourage people to, I guess, get a charge out of throwing away their garbage, and they sound like this.
Tack. Precis där, ja. Lite mer till vänster nästan.
That one means, is it in yet? Which I don't think that's going to be very
Steve has emailed it, said, you guys, the American version would be Christy saying, I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
So that's a real thing. It just seems so weird. But I wonder if they have them there where they're critical. You know, the garbage can going, well, that was fast.
Well, isn't this kind of a non-issue because the people that are using the garbage can already aren't littering, so people that are littering aren't even going to hear what's happening with this, right?
But they're going to, I think this is to make them go over and use the garbage can.
I guess.
Hey, you want to have some fun? Go throw that away and see what she says to you. I wonder if there's a male version of this.
Do guys, all right. Do you talk sexy? Go ahead.
No. I mean, what I meant was.
What are you doing? Don't do that.
I don't want that in my head.
You got to have some kind of banter. You've got 7 kids.
You know, that was efficient and satisfying.
Hey, do you want to procreate?
No, I was thinking, what if it were if they're trying to also support the gay community?
Well, I bet that one made a baby. All right.
Oh, gee.
They could do that.
No,
Like
it was totally legitimate.
a sexy fella saying like, "Oh yeah."
Throw it to the other side, Sven.
Okay. Time now for today. Today.
I wasn't going for it. They asked me.
Today in history. Here's Tom.
What day is today?
Monday, June 13. Lucky June 13.
Okay, here we go. Alexander the Great died on this date in 323.
So Alexander, not so great.
Alexander the Late, I believe.
Late great.
Okay. Let's see. What else have we got? Frank Zappa graduated from Antelope Valley High School in Lancaster, California on this date in 1958.
I thought he was from Michigan for some reason. I don't know why I thought that.
No. The great Frank Zappa. Here's a good one. 69.
Name 4 songs that Zappa did.
Well, the
Huskies
one, the Yellow Snow, of
That's
course.
the only one
Valley
that
Girl.
people know.
Dancing Fool.
Valley Girl was his daughter.
Oh, that's right.
Dancing Fool, thank you, Ace.
Go on. I'm sorry.
Let's see, where was I? Oh, Mick Taylor joins the Rolling Stones.
He did some good stuff.
Oh, the best.
Yeah.
The guitar on Can't You Hear Me Knocking? Oh, unbelievably good. He needs to rejoin. 1978, Grease, the movie was released.
Yes.
Amazing movie.
Great movie. So much fun.
So good.
Did she put up a fight?
All right.
Tell me more. Tell me how you hit her in the face.
Guys.
I'm in high school.
Was it consensual? No.
Come on, Kaneki, tell me.
I know we're all 40 and in high school.
I look 44. Tell me why.
Okay, let's see. This is interesting. 1983, NASA's Pioneer 10, the first man-made object to leave the solar system.
Yeah, it's out of here, baby.
Okay.
Gonzville.
Space litter.
Oh, no, here we go. This is a really good one. I'm going to hit you with this one. I want you to see if you know this.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. British actor Basil Rathbone, born in 1892, famous for playing
Sherlock Holmes.
That's right.
The only real ones.
Yes. Sherlock Holmes.
And is it pronounced Basil or Basil?
I'm sure it's
Basil.
Basil.
Basil Rathbone.
Let's not go Basil.
Like in Faulty Towers. Basil.
You say Basil 3 times, he shows up. So let's not do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Basil Rathbone does sound like kind of like a meal. I'd like the basil rathbone, please. Not too much salt. Let's see. Malcolm McDowell, the very fine actor, born 1943. Clockwork Orange.
Never saw that movie.
You'd hate it.
You miss nothing.
It's super violent and
I would not
terrifying.
like it.
You would hate it.
Kubrick?
Yeah.
Our friend of the show, Tim Allen, born in this date in 1953.
Timmy Dick.
That is his real name. And musician David Gray, Rivers Cuomo, all celebrating.
Okay, we're all obviously at the end. Time now for Things We Learned, brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. At Napa, when it comes to serving you, our motor never quits. From next day delivery to getting involved with local communities, that's Napa know-how. Napa and Things We Learned.
What have you got over there?
I am back. Gallbladder free, but I'm here. Josh is still fishing in Missouri. And when I was coming out of anesthesia after my procedure, I did think I was skiing in a Swiss chalet under my anesthesia. I don't know why I woke up and I thought I was in a ski lodge. I'm not sure.
Wow.
Donnie Baker's idiot neighbor Mitchell has a parrot on his porch, squawking and carrying on. Jeff Oskey's parrot did the pet guinea pig voices.
Yep.
So weird.
I'm sorry. That's dead on.
Yeah, I hope you could hear that over the airwaves. But
and when the guinea pig and the parrot were in separate places, they would communicate through a wall.
Yes, they still kept talking.
They would talk to each other.
My friend's bird does their dog.
Yeah.
So the dog will leave the room, and then the parrot starts barking, and the dog comes flying back in looking for another dog.
Yeah.
And the parrot finds it hilarious.
Sure. 2 people fell into a vat of chocolate. It made Tom snicker.
Of course, and I played the classic thing from the Smothers Brothers.
Yes.
If you fall into a vat of chocolate, yell fire. Because if you yell chocolate, no one's going to come rescue you.
Reno Collier's been standing in his deck. I think we all learned that. Let's see. Tom and Jeff, yes, you guys are arguing about Wordle and what level you're playing at. Jeff seems to be playing it hard, and Tom is playing easy.
I'm just playing the normal game. I had no idea you could make it even more difficult. Jeff, this all started when Jeff goes, I got Wordle in 2 today. Okay.
Well, I can't help it that I was good yesterday.
And don't forget, Tom said that when Jeff Oskey shows up at the library, they look at him and say, sir, you can't sleep.
So mean.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Here's a Sharpie and a cardboard thing. Yeah. You can make your own sign. I'll spell the hard words for you, Captain Wordle. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Renee Hicks has joined us in the studio.
Morning, Renee.
Good morning.
Quite the sportswoman, I can
Oh,
tell
yes,
from your
yes, yes. And we were
conversation.
talking about the WNBA. I just want to know, like, will there be, like, feminine hygiene commercials, like, sponsoring it? Because I think those things got to go. They're just too damn nasty. I mean, they got to stop. They got to stop talking about women's genitalia. I mean, and these women talking about douche. We don't do that, men. We don't go to the beach talking about douche.
You don't?
You know? No, we don't. And see, I never want to see a black woman do that.
Mhm.
Because you know they would have her just acting crazy, just walking along going, oh, girl, I ain't seen you in a... Damn, Shaniqua, is that you stinking like that, girl? Well, you need to douche your nasty ass. There's a whole family of seagulls following your nasty ass. Damn.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Sweeney-san, good morning. I'm Mark Allison, and that's going to do it. That's a wrap for a Monday. Thanks to Jeff Oskey for coming in and sitting in for Josh Arnold. He'll be back tomorrow. We will have a shore lunch. Yes, that's right. Josh bringing back fish. He's going to prepare it right there in the microwave of the green room as he normally does.